Welcome to the Black Sea Resort of Sochi, host to Russia's first ever Formula 1 race. The drivers are getting ready, so let's join them for the start of the Russian Grand Prix. It's full throttle for around 56% of the lap here at the Sochi Autodrome, a 3.6-mile run around the site of the 2014 Winter Olympics. 12 right turns and 6 left turns give us a total count of 18, with passing opportunities available into turns 1 and 13. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, welcome back to Formula 4 Racing. Round 10, believe it or not, with me as always. Well, Semi as always. Hello there, Housey. How are you, brother?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Looking forward to this one, and got a bit of a feeling of a need for speed.
Oh, there it is. There it is. G'day, Sandeezy. I hope you're well, my friend. Just waiting on Chasey Dane to join, so I'm just going to put my mic on mute. Housey, I'll leave it with you there, brother, and I'll see what is happening with Chasey.
All good, all good. So, yep, we'll skate goes and see if he can find out where Chasey is. We'll give him a few minutes. Just bear with us, lads. I'll sit here with you for a second. Running through a couple of stats while we're waiting for the OK, for the ready up. So yeah, as Skate said, a couple of weeks here. I've obviously been missing at Pills or Mad G in, because I've been doing a bit of the European side. So glad to be back here, and looking forward to this one. But running through some notes yesterday, found a few interesting statistics for you lads. So we'll crack on with a couple whilst we're still waiting for Skate. So the leader of the championship, Notsti, has been at the top of this division and his own personal division, Pot 1, for the whole season. And he's the only guy in the championship to have stayed in the same position or moved up. He's never moved down from his position. Second and third in the drivers' championship has been held by the same people all season. So they are Blue Dog, Macedonia, Nethammer, and 2-5. They're the only ones to have held second or third. Blue Dog, Macedonia, Johnny M4, and Suicide 5 are all on a 6-week run at staying the same or moving up. So they haven't gone backwards in the last 6 weeks. The same driver standings for the top 3 for the last 3 weeks, but not necessarily in the current order as it sits at the moment. But the same 3 guys have held those top 3 positions. Same constructor standings for the last 2 weeks, and same top 3 have held the top 3 positions for the last 7 weeks. Like, not necessarily in the same order, but the 3 guys, they've all been in the top 3 there for the last 7 weeks. So good run from them. Going into this one, pole sitters then. So we've had One Slick, Beans and Smakinda all had 2 poles each. Snooey and Notsti 1. That's 4 for Jaguar Racing, 2 for Rockstar and Golf, 1 for Hello Kitty, and no pole positions for Monster yet. So come on, Monster boys, let's get it out there today. Let's see if you can grab yourself the first pole of the season. Fastest lap so far, Notsti's got 2. Nethammer, Fury, Johnny M4, Old Boy, Snooey, all with 1. Rockstar and Hello Kitty, that's 3 apiece. Jaguar, Monster, Golf, all with 1. Driver of the day, Blue Dog's the only guy to repeat. He's had 2. Mofo, Nat, Stig, S5, all with 1. That's 3 for Hello Kitty, 2 for Rockstar, 2 for Golf, Monster with 1, and Jaguar with 1. Delve into the pots quickly, whilst we're still waiting. Pot 1, so Notsti and Nethammer have been 1-2 all season. Smakinda has moved up to P3 last week, coming into this round. Pot 2, Macedonia and 2-5, they've been first or second the whole season. Macedonia is on a 3-week run at P1, 2-5 is on a 3-week run at P2, and Johnny M4 has moved himself up into P3 last week. Pot 3, we've had the same top 3 the last 2 weeks in the same order. We've had the same guys in the top 3 for 7 weeks, not necessarily in the same order. Finally, pot 4. Stig's been P1 the whole season, and the same people in the top 3 for the last 5 weeks in pot 4. Not necessarily in the same order, but they've all held 1, 2 or 3 in the last 5 weeks. So a little reminder of last week's results. P1 was Macedonia, P2 was Nodsti, P3 was Nethammer. Fastest lap and pole position both going to Snooey. Driver of the day, Blue Dog. Last week was Macedonia's first win, and obviously the best finish so far for him. Also, with the best result last week coming into this race was the silent assassin, the man himself, Brad Tay, with a P7.
I am back, Housey. Thank you very much for that.
Good.
Yes, I think Chasey Dane got caught out with some daylight savings time, quite possibly, mate. I think he completely forgot about it. And when I messaged him, he was in a bit of a shock. So, yeah, he's in the lobby now. And I've only been doing this for a couple of months, Housey. So you think the boy would learn?
But he's used to being invisible.
As you were heading away, just got to say big thank you to Blue Dog for subscribing, Droftas for a resub, and well, a whole heap of bits there. So fantastic stuff from all of the lads. Got a lot of people in the chat. Sandeezy, as I said before, well, Droftas and X are both there, of course. And fantastic to see all you lot supporting these boys. Yes, Russia, mate. One of my favourite tracks here, buddy. And, well, I absolutely love it. A lot of guys are not a fan of it because of the off-camber stuff. But, yeah, one of my faves here, buddy. How are you, Nat Hammer? Good to see you, buddy. Looking for a good result from you, of course. Yes, Nat Hammer was promoted to 3rd after time penalties and all that sort of stuff sorted itself out after last week at Singapore. And he was quite happy with that, Housey. Quite happy indeed, buddy.
Yep. Obviously, yeah, it was. I think we had a little bit of a dilemma on both sides last week with penalties and things, because I know the European boys, as you well know, we had a bit of drama in that one as well.
Yes.
So, a couple of positions changed from what actually was the guys over the line. But we've got there, and yeah, obviously the winners or the gainers are happy, and the ones that have lost out are maybe not so happy. But it's a bit of motivation to try and recreate. As we've got Beans out there.
Well, yeah, Beans, the first one to blink. And, well, Team Jaguar, and I know he's looking for a good result after last week, did not score. And, well, we're not going to touch on what happened last week. But, yes, Beans did not score. So he's looking for, when he's just invalidated. And that is an outlap. So I'm getting excited over nothing, Housey.
That's all right. Let's start it off how we mean to go on. He's got Nodsti behind him on the track as well. The only 2 cars out there at the moment. So
certainly does. Yes, that is
Team
Rockstar. Yeah, Rockstar that Nodsti is driving, of course, and Team Jaguar is the one that Beans is driving, of course. So, yes, Sochi, Russia. So the old, well, you could almost call it old now, the Winter Olympics complex that this track goes around. So, Droftas has just gifted 2 subs, one to Ivoriano and the other one to Racing Life. That is Mr. Fury Strat. So I'm sure those 2 appreciate that. Thank you very much, Droft. Awesome by you, my friend. But here comes Rip the Beans, about to get us underway, Housey.
Yep. So the first lap in anger will be Beans, and then, as we said, the next car along the track is still the only. Oh no, there's 2 more cars out on. Next one's Nodsti. I'm going to have a little watch him, Nodsti, keep track of him while you keep track of Beans for a minute.
Yeah, not a problem. Of course, yes. Q1 session, folks, all about survival. And the track at this stage of, well, this session anyway, is very, very green. So you'd expect the boys to have a couple of laps of fuel in, so to speak. Whether they do a cool down lap in between is purely up to them. But the aim of the game in Q1, as we all know, folks, is all about survival. We are going to lose the bottom 5 drivers at the end of this session from P16 right through to P20 and Rip the Beans in that second sector at the moment. Now, quite technical, this sector, mate. Very, very tricky to, well, hook up a couple of the corners, of course. Some late apexes, and yes, you get a bit greedy, and she tends to throw you outside track limits on the exit. So Beans has navigated so far so good, mate, and well, we've got a special there on the inside of that second DRS zone where it is activated. I was doing some practice with none other than the pot 4 driver, Mr. Bopton, a couple of days ago, and we decided to rename that wall Bopton's Wall because they tend to hit it quite a fair bit up the Bopton. We got full faith in you, brother, and looking forward to seeing you hit the track, of course. But yes, Rip the Beans, a couple of last corners to go, mate, and looking not too bad as a first lap in a Q1 session.
Yeah, just nice and tidy, as you said. I think just a bank up, and there it is, 131.433. Nodsty climbs across the line now with a 32.0, so that's just a bank of a Nodsty as well. I believe Snowy is the next guy out on track, followed by Bopton. I think they've just started their laps.
I think you are right, mate.
Hello Kitty
Absolutely
and
spot on.
Golf.
Yep. Absolutely spot on. So, yes, of course, Snooey, very new to the grid, of course. I think this is his third race with us. Back from, well, obviously missed the start of the season, which is quite all right. Was a reserve. And, yeah, he's looking to make amends, of course. Hasn't had a good run out of it as of yet. And, whoa, there he goes, and he's out. Whoa, as I speak of him. Oh, no. Have I done it to him? I haven't done it to him.
I'm glad it's you this
and
week,
there
not,
it is.
not me.
I apologise, Snooey. That is the curse of the commentator, mate, and I fully apologise. Try to take all that back. You know what? I'm not just going to give him info on individuals anymore. But yes, Q1. Here comes Bopton. Bopton will be next, Housey, to set a time. That is golf racing, folks, and that is exactly what the livery looks like. And as I did touch on, yes, we have just lost Snooey, unfortunately. So we're only looking for another 4 more drivers. And there you go. So here comes Bopton, the pot 4 driver, and he sets a 1 minute 32.9 to get himself underway.
Going to be Smakinda next. Just exiting the final corners now, 17 and 18, so he's just about to come across the line. Team Jaguar driver, see what he can do. He sets a 32.1 for an opening lap, so P3 for a moment for Smakinda. Let's find out who else we've got else on a lap here.
Well, Johnny M4 is just getting himself underway, of course. We've also got the Stig out there. He's, whereabouts is he? Thank you very much, mate. We'll flick down to Chasey Dane. There he is there on the back straight. And, well, attacking this corner as you do, of course. And this is where people tend to sort of lose a lot of track time. Yes, the off-cambered corners. Very easy to spin the back end of the car, but Chasey's navigated that quite well. I'm not too sure if he's a fan of this one or not here, Housey, but, I think he's looking for a good result, as all of the boys are. But yeah, Chasey Dane, very consistent, of course. Had a couple of races there that he'd love to forget, but he sets a 1 minute 32.8. At the moment, that puts him P4.
Bopton's on another lap. He's still pushing. It's the second lap for Bopton, but he's still pushing. He was about 3 or 4 tenths up through sector 2. So let's see if he's going to close this lap out. I think he is. Yep. Not got a box, so he's looking to improve on that 32.9. He does with a 32.3.
Exactly right, mate. And who is next? There's a couple of Jaguar boys very close together. The Stig has invalidated, unfortunately. We've got TCF Old Boy out there as well, but he's just in Sector 1. We've also got Macedonian in Sector 1 as well. As I flick...
Kinder goes faster.
Oh, thank you very much, Housey. But yes, I think we'll ride on board with Mr. Fury Strat. If it's not one slick mofo, no, he's just starting his lap. So yeah, Mr. Fury Strat, yes, the Hello Kitty driver there, Housey, and that livery that all the boys love. And yeah, Mr. Fury Strat doing his thing, of course. And he's got something new on his halo, I do believe. Well, there you go, a cartoon eye, a bit of a heart, and a Formula 1. So looks like he loves Formula 1. So if I can read that correctly. And yes, we reached a level 2 hype train. So thank you very much to absolutely everybody who participated in that. But here comes Fury with a 1 minute 31.8. P3 for now, Housey. Excuse me.
Yeah, we got Bozza next over the line. Unless he's going to box, just as I say that, he puts it in the box, he bails out of it. Had a little bit of traffic there, to be honest with you, on that lap, so...
Let's just have a look at Old Boy, because he's coming up to the second last and last corners as we speak. Yes, Rockstar Racing, pot 2 driver, and I know for a fact he's looking to fire up this Grand Prix as well. He sets a 1 minute 32.4, and plenty of VRS to go again. I do believe behind him was Macedonian. So we'll flick to Macedonian. Oh, he's gone incredibly wide, but he sets a 1 minute 32.2 for now, Housey.
Yeah, we've got the Stig just boxing, so we've got
Yeah.
another Golf coming round.
We'll have a look at Johnny M4 to see what he's doing. Looks like he's on a lap. He's got some traffic in front of him. I do believe that might be Suicide, Rip the Beans or Smakinda. But yes, here comes Johnny M4. And hasn't set a time yet, Housey. And 8.5 minutes remaining. Still plenty of time left on the clock for these boys to do their thing. Oh, and he's just invalidated that last corner, and that's going to cost him this lap as well. So, well, I hope he's got the fuel. Otherwise, throw that one in the pit lane and reset, my friend. Brad Tay, here he is, and he will be next, Housey. Team Rockstar keeps it within track limits. It's a 1 minute 32.9.
Yep, one slick crossed the line and there in between that as well with the 131.7 to put himself P3.
Fantastic. So there's a lot of guys just getting themselves underway, of course. Johnny M4, as we did touch on, will have to do another lap after this one. But yeah, 2.5 is actually, he's the furthest along on a timed run, I do believe, mate. That is valid. I got Brad Tay out there. He might go again, but he has not set a time yet, 2.5. And well, let's just see what he can do, of course. Yes, Q1, still plenty of time left on the clock, and it is all about survival. Cannot stress that enough. And want to keep a little bit left in your back pocket. Of course, these boys don't reveal their hands just yet. Usually the back half of a Q2 or, of course, the smoky Q3 session is when they go whack and say, show us exactly what they've got. But here comes 2.5, of course. This, this very simple part of the track of, the back half of the track, that long back straight there, mate. And, it just goes past Bopton's wall as we speak. But yes, here comes 2.5. And let's just see what he does at the second sector. So it's a 105.3 for reference at home. And he's gone a little bit deep there. That's going to cost him a bit of time. And just struggling to keep the car pointed in the direction he wants at the moment. Bit of washout there. And of course, that is the tricky third sector. Well, the start of it anyway. And that tends to happen. That's where the lap time is made up and lost here at Sochi, Russia. So let's just see what 2.5 can do. Of course, this will be his first banker. So nothing to get too excited about just yet. But he sets a 1 minute 32.3, Housey.
Yeah, Brad Tay moved himself up there while we were watching 2.5 as well with a 32.2, moved himself up to 6th.
Fantastic, and I think Suicide 5, to set a time?
Suicide 5, Yep. That's what I reckon. Hello Kitty, S5. I've been running a decent form actually, S5, to be fair. He's had a bit of a shaky start, few weeks of bad luck, to be honest with you. But he's pulling it all back together now and just getting these consistent results in. So
as we've got Bopton in the chat, just reminded me that Bopton's corner, it's Bopton's wall, claimed one victim already and unfortunately claimed Snooey. But yes, Suicide 5 sets a 32.9. He will have to go again there, Housey. That is right on the cusp if you were to ask me there, mate. So let's just see what he can do. Of course, still plenty of time left in this session. Tonic and Nat Hammer. Nat Hammer will be next, mate, on a timed run, yet to set a time. Blue Dog is currently out there on an outlap as well, so plenty of action to come. Of course, 5.5 minutes remaining in this session. So this will be Nat's lap. That fuel light is screaming at him, Housey. So it'll be a one run only. So let's just see what he can do.
A bit of a tongue twister, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit, mate. I'm surprised I got it out there as quickly as what I did. But there you go. Nat Hammer sets a 131.7.
2.5. Just improved his lap as well with the 132.1.
He certainly did. As Tonic will be next. Yeah, 31.9, mate. Puts him in P6. There is a Rockstar lad, and I think that is, is that Nodsty? No, it is not. Who is that going in the pit lane? I'm not too sure. But there you go. We've got Bozza out there as well, on his lap at the moment. He will be next, so we'll just keep an eye on Bozza, of course. Bozza has a great run of results of late, to be honest with you. Doing very, very well for a pot 3 driver, and, I know he wants to be at the top end. He wants to make this Q3 session, but he sets a 1 minute 31.6. That is P3 for now, Housey. That ain't too bad at all.
No, Stig's about to set his opening lap now. It does so with a 132.2, puts him in P12. Where's Blue Dog? I know he's out there somewhere.
He certainly is, mate. He's approaching the very last complex now. He's going past the pit lane as we speak. So, Blue Dog will be next.
Oh, yeah, I got him. Too many coloured dots the same. There he goes.
And he sets a 33.0, and well, he will definitely go again, mate. That is not representative of what the Blue Dog can do. We'll just see what he is going to get up to, of course, and how he gets on this next flying lap. There's a lot of cars out there just sort of cooling their boots at the moment. We've got the Stig out there in Sector 2. Looks like he's trying to make it back to the pit lane. That fuel light is screaming. His ERS is very, very low, so I don't think that's going to count. He's going to go again. We've got Kyotonic with a red track map. We've also got Nat Hammer in low fuel mode, putting it in the pit lane. So one Slick Mofo has made another appearance out there, and well, he's done a 1 minute 31.7 there, Housey, and well, you would think that would be safe there, my friend.
Yeah, I should think so. But Johnny had 4 on an out lap as well, yet to set a time. He's just about to start his lap.
Excuse me.
It's not Stig, is it? Oh no, the Stig. No, Stig's invalidated. And Nodsty is on a quick one. I think it's going to be Nodsty.
I think
followed by Blue Dog.
I think he's putting that in the pit lane. There you go. Yeah, he certainly is. So we'll pick up Blue Dog. As we do know, he was, well, that's not representative of what Blue Dog can do. His fuel light's screaming, mate. So this will be it. This is live all, end all for Blue Dog, and he's invalidated. So that'll be his quali session done, I do believe. He will not have the fuel to go again. We've got Darkness Abyss out there on an outlap. We've also got Suicide 5 out there on an outlap. Same with Chasey Dane. Old Boy and Bopton is on a flyer. He's in the, well, there you go. He's sitting P13 at the moment. 2 lap old softs he is run at the moment with a 1 minute 32.3. So very, very close at this knockout joint zone, mate. As we welcome Infamous Pillars to the stream. How are you, my friend? I hope you're well, amigo. And, well, I did read right. You are missing this week's Grand Prix, unfortunately, for the UK side. But, yeah, well, I hope everything's okay, my friend. And good to see you in the chat, Pillars. But, yeah, we are watching TCF Old Boy attack his outlap. There is still 2 minutes remaining left in this session. Bopton is on a, well, he's invalidated, unfortunately. So we're going to keep an eye on the bottom end here, Housey. And, yeah, thank you very much, mate.
He's just about to set his opening time, or his one and only, could be one and only time. Pressure's on for him here. In the Golf racing car, let's see what he does. He gets himself out. Goes 14th for the 32.3, so just outside the drop-off zone. S5's going to get another lap in.
He certainly is. So all these guys at the bottom, mate, are just starting to get their laps underway, of course.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where we're going to watch. So we might give S5 some airtime, mate. That is Team Hello Kitty, yes, doing a phenomenal job of late. And let's just see how he attacks this, well, this last flying lap of his at Russia. So we'll just keep an eye on these split times, of course. Well, the split times, sector times. He's approaching the end of sector 1 right, well, very soon. After he gets past that right-hander, keeps it just within track limits. And for the first sector, he's almost level pegging there, mate. He's just 600ths off his previous best. So we've got waved yellow flags in sector 2, just probably for guys getting out of each other's way. But great job by Suicide 5, navigating this track absolutely brilliantly. He wants to do better than a 1 minute 32.8. That is where Chasey is. Actually, TCF Old Boy with the 32.4. So we'll have a look where he's going and how he's getting along at the second sector. Yes, he wanted to get a little bit of a toe coming down that back straight, but the Team Jaguar lad gets well and truly out of the way. There you go. Nearly 4 tenths up on his previous best there, Housey. So he's looking a lot better, but probably not good enough at this stage.
No, Old Boy's just gone faster. Moved himself way out of the drop zone. 131.9. Does that Smikinder goes top? He does. Improves his time, I think. 31.4.
And here comes Suicide 5. Let's just see if he can pull himself out of the drop zone. Oh, there you go, P13. What a monumental last sector that lad had, and puts him in P13. Chasey Dane. Chasey is out. Well, he can go again if he's got the fuel there, Housey. We'll have a look at Blue Dog's on his outlap, and he's just made it as the Blue Dog. Wow, that is bloody close. So we are going to be watching Bopton, Chasey Dane, Blue Dog, and Darkness Abyss. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Bopton is... Well, no, he's not. No, he's not. Chasey Dane is furthest along here, mate.
Yep. 2.5, just about across the line. Obviously, he's in the safe zone at the moment.
Yeah, he certainly is. Certainly is.
Moves himself up a couple of places. One Slick had gone fastest. Also, we're watching guys in the drop zone as well with a 30.9.
So Chasey at
So
that.
this is going to be a tight battle.
I think so, mate. I think so. He's got a bit of a tank slapper coming out of there. And, he's on that long back straight now. And, just keeps it within track limits. Very, very low ERS percentage. So, as you can see, he's already gone before and wants to do better than that 1:32.2 at the moment, just to sort of get him well and truly out of that area. Let's just see how he looks. I missed that second split time, unfortunately. And very tentative, I must say, though, Housey, in the early doors of Sector 3.
Stig moves himself up to P13, puts Macedonia right on the cusp. So who's furthest along? It is Chasey, isn't it? Here comes Chasey. He's a little bit wide. He's out.
Bopton is invalidated, so we're going to be watching Blue Dog here. Oh, hang on a minute. Darkness pulls himself well and truly safe with a 1:31.8. Blue Dog goes to 32.6, and he is out. So Macedonian, can he change this up? Oh, no, he does. He does. He survives, and he knocks his teammate out just by the skin of his teeth. So Macedonian, holy moly, there you go. So we have got 2 Hello Kitties out in Q1, but Macedonian, the Pot 2 driver, struggling a little bit here, Housey. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, I think he was sweating bits there for a minute.
Just a tad.
Really well. Yeah, just a tad. I'm sure not. He's a pretty cool customer, to be fair, but I don't think he would have liked to have had it that close, let's face it.
No, definitely not. And of course, well, him being safe knocks his teammate down, and well, there you go. So, and Suicide 5 second lap, I do believe he invalidated. So, unfortunate from that lad. Otherwise, he could have quite possibly gone quicker. But yes, we will all could have, should have, would have. But yeah, there you go. One Slick Mofo at the moment on top of the time charts in that Q1 session with a 1:30.9. Great lap by him. Smakinda P2, Rip the Beans P3 as we go all the way down to the dropout zone. And there you go. Unfortunately, look how close that is there, folks. Between Macedonian and Suicide 5, followed by Bopton, Chasey Dane, Blue Dog, and we did lose Snooey early. A bit of a spin there and lost his right front wheel at the wall that we call Bopton's wall, unfortunately. But yeah, that is his session done. Q2 to come.
1.657 seconds covers top 19 drivers, so close pack, to be fair. Overall, over the whole grid.
Yeah,
not
definitely.
too much in it. I know that's a lifetime, but it's not, for online stuff. It's
that can be a hell of a lot worse, of course.
Pretty close.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So all credit to those lads. But Q2, here we come. And 15-minute session, folks. And I'll just get these telemetry so I don't forget. There we go. And yes, Q2, the strategic session, Housey. And we'll see what these boys like to do. Of course, they're doing bankers on a U set of softs, or we'll just see. We've got Rip the Beans already selected his medium. Same with Darkness. So this is what they've got on the car at the moment, of course. As we welcome Sam Plays 29 to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow, my friend. And I hope you're doing well. This is Racing Formula 4 or Formula 4 Racing. And that is Dominic. Welcome to the stream as well. This is the Australian division. Yes, we are on the multiplayer car, and there are 5 teams, 4 drivers in each team. The team consists of, well, that one there that you're seeing on screen, that is Mr. Fury Strat, that is Team Hello Kitty. We've got TRL Bozza, there is Bozman there, that is Golf Racing. We've also got Brad Tay, that is Rockstar Racing. Who else is out there? We've got Nat Hammer. He is a Monster Energy driver. That is the livery there. And we are just waiting for, who was the other one that we missed?
Golf.
The Jaguar. And there it is there.
Bozza.
The Stig. That is Team Jaguar for your enjoyment, of course. So now you've got an idea of what these liveries are, what the teams are. Let's get stuck into this Q2 session, eh? We'll flick up to, I think it is not, who was the first one to blink there, mate? Brad Tay.
Yeah, Brad Tay, I think it's Nat Hammer, and then Fury, 3 in a row, and then I think it's the Golf car. Who was that? Was that Bozza? I think it was Bozza. It was.
As we've got
race
Blue
forward.
Dog in the chat saying, in the rear with the gear, just how he planned it, he reckons. Well, that's what you planned there, Blue Dog. It worked perfectly, my friend. But, well, I mean, the race is long, as you're well and truly aware of. Anything can and usually does happen. And, well, I mean, looking forward to seeing you make your way through the field, if you quite possibly can here at Sochi, mate. But yes, Nodsty, your teammate, Brad Tay, your teammate, Pot 3 driver in Team Rockstar, is about to get us underway.
Yeah, currently got the soft tyres fitted, as does Nethammer behind him.
Yeah.
What's Fury got on? So's Fury. What about Bozza? Yep, so the first 4 guys all got the softs fitted for a minute. We'll see who's the first one to blink on the mediums, although watch this for over the line antics, because we do see it week in, week out. They do a lap on softs.
Yeah, we do.
And then pull up towards the line and just bail on it. Oh, Fury's. Oh, wow, it's getting a bit racy back here. Fury and Nethammer. Ooh, they're kind of holding each other up.
They certainly are. I'm just watching that trap map, but I'm admiring how Brad Tay's attacking his lap here. Of course, yes, the first one to blink, and we'll pay homage to that, of course. Nat Hammer. Would you say Nat Hammer and Fury very close together on track? Yes, they certainly are. And, well, they've got a Monster Energy Racing driver out there, Kyotonic as well. And, well, he's on the back straight. All 3 of them are on the back straight. Have a look at that. You're going to see magenta from Brad Tay. Yes, he's the first one to set a time. That is a shocking camera angle. I do apologise. But let's just see what Brad Tay can do. Tricky third sector. I have touched on it before. I'll touch on it again, because it absolutely is. It's more of a game of patience, waiting for the car to bite. And, well, let's just see what he can do, Mr. Brad Tay. And I reckon he's, yeah, there you go. There you go. Strategically backed well and truly out of that. And so it's a 1:35.7 there, buddy.
Yeah.
Same with Fury. Look at this. Look at them all. Yeah. They're all back. Look at them all. And, well, where is the popcorn man? I haven't seen him in the chat. But there, hang on a minute. There he is, Mr. Popcorn Man. That is a.k.a. Snooey. And, well, starting from the back again. And I reckon he's looking for a driver of the day there, Housey. Tends to do that a little bit, does the Snoo Man these days. And, well, unfortunate for him, we did lose him in a Q1 session. But he is one to definitely watch out for.
Yeah, one slick also backed off across the line there, although it didn't back off as much as everybody else, but it still backed off. So this is definitely a game of tactics going on.
It certainly is, mate. As well, Nodsty sets the fastest first sector, but gets well and truly out of shape coming out of there. And well, let's just see. I don't know if they're going to set these blistering times. Nodsty ain't leaving too much on the table, though, but we'll all tell when he approaches that start-finish line. Just like the rest of them, they all pulled up. Of course, probably looking to start this Grand Prix on the medium, Housey.
Yep, I think so. Like I say, they're just trying to make a few people come out and put laps on the soft, although I think we're all wise to it these days, so I'm not sure that tactic really works anymore.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
So pushing again.
Well, there you go. That is interesting to say the least. And, well, unless he's just pushing to get to the pit lane. But Nodsty, here he comes. Yeah, and is he going to set a time? He's looking pretty good. We'll just see if he's going to make a valid time. He could slow right up. There is one more corner to go. And let's just see if he does. Well, he sets a 31.6 there, Housey. And that is not a slow lap.
No. Just trying to pick up his
Smakinda has invalidated, unfortunately. We've got Johnny M4 out there on an outlap. One slick mofo. Is he going again, or is it? No, he's putting it in the pit lane.
No, he's putting it in.
It is Smakinda we are watching, and he is invalidated, unfortunately. So it's cost him some tyre life on that set of mediums, but he will go again, of course, mate. Yes, everything turned right on now. Track map green, and away goes Smakinda.
Nodsty's still out there. A couple of cars on their outlaps, Johnny M4 and Kyotonics. I think they're going to be the next ones to really set a proper time, because I think Nodsty's going to back out of this one. Currently holding P1 at the moment anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly right, mate. And those
So
times,
that might be where to watch.
look at them though, a mofo of 33.7. I mean, they are not representative. They are looking to see what everyone else did, I dare say, mate. They are all in the pit lane, and I will dare suggest that they are all selecting the mediums when it comes time to come out, and well, looking forward to it, to say the least, Housey. But at the moment, it is Smakinda, the Team Jaguar driver, the Pot 1 Team Jaguar driver out there on track, pretty much the whole track to himself, so to speak. A lot of boys out there on outlaps, but he is the only one on a flyer. And apart from Johnny M4, of course, who's just got his
Johnny
lap
M4's
underway,
just started, yep.
and with Kyotonic
On
as
the
well.
mediums.
Yeah, certainly has, mate. He certainly
Johnny
has.
M4 on the mediums. Kyotonic on the soft, so Johnny M4 got to set a lap time on the medium, so he's going to, I would have thought, be going for it this time.
Well, Smakinda's just purpled the second sector, mate. I don't know how much you want to read into that, considering they were all very slow laps, the ones previous, apart from Nodsty, of course. But Smakinda looking good on these mediums, mate. Doing very, very well. He's approaching the end of his lap just about now. And let's just see what time he can do, of course. Whatever tyre you set your fastest time in Q2 is what you start the Grand Prix on. And he sets a 1 minute 31.9. And that is P2 for now, mate.
Okay, so it's Johnny M4 next on the lap, but he's invalidated, so go to Kyotonic.
Thank you, buddy. We certainly will. And there is Kyotonic. Monster Energy Racing, folks. That is the livery there. That's what it looks like. And Kyotonic, I do believe, is a Pot 3 driver, if I'm not mistaken. And, well, doing his thing. So far, so good this season as Kyo. He's just purpled the middle sector, albeit on the soft compound. Excuse me, and taking that apex, just slightly missed that one, runs ever so slightly deep, and well, hard on the brakes now, that left-right scenario, and navigates that extremely well on the power, nice and early, approaching the second last corner now is Kyotonic. No heroics in Santavon is across his halo, and yes, we are at Sochi, Russia, and he is pulled well and truly up. So, funny buggers happening early doors here, Housey. Funny buggers, mate.
Yep, I think Stig's the next one on the lap. It's Team Jaguar. Just coming in to the second sector now.
Thank you, mate.
Coming past Bopton's wall. Down into turn 13. Carlos Sainz's wall. After that massive crash, do you remember that massive crash he had? I think that was, what, 2015, I think? That massive crash he had in the Toro Rosso there?
Yeah, yes, I do, actually, yeah. And how was the Grand Prix just gone, to be fair, at Russia with that rain coming out 3 laps towards the end?
Man.
Tell you what, that changed the running
good.
order, so to speak. But here comes the Stig. The Stig on the medium sets a 32.9, and that is P3 for now, mate. P3. As we'll flick down to Darkness. Is Darkness next? I'm not too sure. Or is it...
Yeah,
I think it is. So, yeah,
Darkness.
we'll have a look at Darkness Abyss. He is the Pot 3 Team Jaguar driver. And the last couple of weeks has lifted his game a little bit, mate. It's been good to see. He's been getting some decent results as Darkness. And, well, only if he can keep that freight train rolling along. I'm sure for his sake, he hopes he possibly can. But here comes the last corner now. Darkness Abyss, Team Jaguar, keeps it on the black stuff. Sets a 1 minute 32.5. P3 there, Housey. P3, not bad at all.
Johnny M4 now on his second run on this medium, just coming through turn 17, second to last corner. He invalidated the first lap, so let's see what he does. This is a second lap on the medium for him. He goes third with a 132.0. Not bad.
I think we're looking at TCF Old Boy on a bit of a push lap here on the medium. They've got some guys in front of him that were a bit slow. We had a Monster Energy going into the pit and a Golf Racing driver starting their lap. But Old Boy sets a 32.3. That puts him P4 for now. He will go again, mate. If I know Old Boy, he definitely will go again. We've got Rip the Beans currently out there as well.
Nat Hammer, I think. Nat Hammer.
Yeah, Nat Hammer with a 42.2, of course. A very, very, very slow, so to speak, a banker lap. But, I mean, not really nothing banked there. So we'll just see what he can do. Yes, Nat Hammer at the moment in P12. This should be miles quicker than what he set previously.
We've got Darkness and Beans out there, the Team Jaguar boys as well. They're going to be the next two across the line, but Darkness is invalidated after you bigging him up.
So it will be Rip the Beans, my friend.
Beans.
It certainly will be. The number 8 Team Jaguar Pot 2 driver is the lad. And Beansy looking for a good qualifying result here. I know for a fact there, Housey. And let's just see what he can do. He's looking not too bad, mate. It's in the 31s. It's a 31.8. And that puts him P2 for now, buddy.
So it's going to be Fury just exiting the penultimate corner. Already set a lap, but obviously not representative for 37.0. So let's see what Fury improves to.
There you go.
Improves to a 31.9 on those mediums. Johnny on board boxing it. So it's his teammate of Bozza.
Yep.
Just coming round the final corners. And then we've got a right freight train. So Bozza does a 31.7 P2. We've got a load of monster cars here.
I think 2.5 we're going to 2.5 we'll focus on, I think, to be fair, because he's yet to set a time. And his old boy, I'm going to miss his time. I'm sorry, old boy, but he set his second lap with a 1 minute 31.646. That is P2. Here comes 2.5, second last and last corner approaching as Mofo goes quicker again with a 1 minute 31.3, and 2.5 sets a 1 minute 31.8. That is P5 for now there, Housey. Not too bad at all. Nat Hammer has unfortunately invalidated. Brad Tay is on another lap, almost level pegging with his previous first sector. Macedonian has unfortunately invalidated as well. Yeah, so
he's got like 2 minutes, I think, on the clock to get round. I think hopefully he's got the fuel because he's yet to set a lap time, Macedonia.
Well, Rip the Beans.
So he needs a lap in.
Rip the Beans is going to set another lap here, mate. He's very, very close to his previous best. His fuel light is absolutely screaming at him. Let's just see what Beansy can do. Is he going to improve? Oh, yes, he does by 2 and a bit tenths. Puts him P3 with a 1 minute 31.634. Great lap there by Beansy. Good stuff.
Brad Tay's on a lap here at the moment. Currently P13. He's on the mediums. It's just coming into turns 15, 16. Tricky right-hander of 16. Easy to break traction. So we'll see what he can do. I'm on board. Just exit in 17. Final turn now. So can he get himself out the drop zone? He does. Oh, he doesn't. Moves to 11th. He's still got 1 minute 30. His fuel light's not on. So we'll keep an eye on that one.
Well, Macedonian has invalidated. He's going to need to go again. He's just getting himself some track space, I do believe. Yes. He certainly is there. He is there. And, well, this will be it. This will be make or break for Mr. Macedonian. And let's just see what he can do. I think that is Kyotonic behind him. No, it is not in front of him. That must have been Nat Hammer putting that one in the pit lane. So who is furthest along there? Beansy's on a cool-down lap.
It's Beans. But, yeah, look at this sector 2. Jaguar.
Yeah.
On the track map. Look,
yeah, giving each other a nice little handy tow. And, well... Darkness Abyss is the furthest one back. He's on an outlap at the moment. Same with the Stig. I think Beans will be...
Smakinder is as well.
Oh, there you go. So have a look at this. So Team Jaguar working as a team. They know what they've got to do. But Macedonian out there on a lap as we speak. Yet to set a time as the lad.
On a lap.
Thank you very much, Housey.
Kyotonic is on a lap. He's in 14th at the moment.
Nearly 4 tenths up on his previous best there, mate. So, well, still leaves him in the drop zone. He needs a mighty, mighty third sector to, to do anything to make a dent or even to survive this Q2 session, to make a Q3 session. Let's just see what Kyo can do. He crosses the line. He sets a 32.1. That is P10 for now, Housey. Nat Hammer, what has happened to Nat? Nat has retired. He retired in the pit lane. He is not safe.
I don't see his car out on the track.
Yeah, there you go. So Darkness Abyss is out there as well, as we did touch on. Brad Tay's had enough. The Stig and Darkness and Macedonian, for that matter, are all out there on track. Macedonian's the furthest one along.
Just in the last sector.
This is it, Housey. This is it. And let's do or die, my friend. Macedonian right on the cusp. Yet to set a time, which is very unusual for his standards. Excuse me. Let's just see if he's going to survive this one. Macedonian about to set his time of a 32.2. No, he is out. Wow. That is P12. We are watching. Who are we watching? Good. The Stig has invalidated. Excuse me. So it is Darkness Abyss is the only one that can change this running order. And, well, here he comes now. That back straight, mate. And, well, Darkness is this or nothing, my friend. Let's just see if you can make it into a Q3 session at the expense. Well, it would only be at Kyotonic, wouldn't it?
Yep, he's up at the moment. So, what's he on about at the moment? About 31.7, something like that. So, yeah, he should be inside at the moment, Darkness. but oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire, we've lost Macedonian. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I can't believe it
Those two.
either. But here he comes, Darkness Abyss. There you go,
There we go.
Housey, with a 1 minute 31.3, safe, well and truly. So Kyotonic, what's he doing? He's putting that one in the pit lane.
He
We
put it
have
in
our
box.
we have our drop zone, folks. That is it. That is Q2 done and dusted. We have lost Kyotonic, Nat Hammer, Macedonian, Brad Tay, and the Stig. Wow.
Yep. I mean, I feel a bit surprised about losing some of these names, but when this grid is just full of names like there is, I mean, we've got to lose somebody. I
Yeah, exactly
suppose, you
right.
know.
Exactly right. Doesn't take much. A little bit off your game, and you can find yourself not making a session that you want to make, of course. And Macedonia, not too sure if he's happy with the P13. If I know him, he'd be wanting a great result, of course. But maybe this might be damage limitations for him. Maybe not being one of his ultimate tracks. Of course, Macedonian was in the chat earlier. Not too sure if this is one of his tracks. If he is listening, give us a bit of a shout out, Masso, and give us your thoughts and feedback on not making a Q3 for a change, which is very, very unusual. Same with Nat Hammer, to be fair, but there you go. Smakinda on the softs set a 1 minute 31.350. One slick Mofo, I tell you what, Mofo's turned it up, and he's turned it on, and he's turned up, and that is a 31.3. As who has just cheered? That is Droftas cheering 25 bits. Thank you very, very much, Droftas. Much appreciated. Nodsty in P4, and there are only two lads, Darkness Abyss and Smakinda, the two Jaguar boys, in the top three, but they are starting on the softs. The rest of them in the top 10 will be starting on the mediums. Oh, there you go. So Macedonian has just joined the chat. Not one of his best tracks, of course, but he can pull in decent results, of course. And yes, we're looking forward to seeing how he gets on during the Grand Prix. But yeah, very unusual seeing him out of a Q2, but that explains it. Not one of his favourites, Housey. And well, like we just touched on, mate, you only need to be off just a slight little bit here, and you find yourself in in a position that you don't normally find yourself in. So looking forward to the race. The race is definitely long. We are in Q3, and well, usually the boys set out a little bit of a banker, go in the pit lane. Me and Housey talk amongst ourselves for quite a little bit, and we get the end of the Q3, which is usually very quick paced towards the end of it. Of course, we've got who is that? Darkness Abyss wants a bit of airtime. We're gonna give it to him, the Jaguar driver, and there is Mr. Darkness himself. That's got to be Bozza. It's got to be Bozza. It is Bozza. It is Bozza. Yeah. Those two boys love a bit of airtime, as Kyotonic is saying no. Did not make it, unfortunately, Kyo. Bad luck, my friend. But like you said, you've got a free tyre choice there, buddy.
Best of the rest.
And yeah, best of the rest. P11 is still okay there, mate. And we'll see how you get along during the Grand Prix. Interesting to note, though, Housey, 2-5, the only Monster Energy racing driver in the top 10, and same with Mr. Fury Strat, the only Hello Kitty. So there you go, Jaguar and Golf Racing doing their thing, and of course, as always, Rockstar always there and thereabouts. But yeah, Darkness Abyss first to blink, then it will be Bozza. So,
well, Golf do need a decent result here.
They
to be honest with you, I mean,
they certainly
looking at the stats as well. You look at the combined constructors.
They're up on screen now.
Unfortunately. Yeah, Golf's been in the in 5th position, so last place. Unfortunately for them, the whole way through, they just can't seem to get themselves forward of that 5th place. Even though they've got a wealth of talent, it just hasn't been going right for them. So looking for a good.
Only two, Kyo. Only two did that. Only two in the top 10 will be starting on the softs. So not too bad, mate. The rest were all on the mediums, of course. Darkness Abyss getting us underway in this Q3 session as he approaches. Well, they call this a corner, which is quite bizarre. But yes, that is turn 1, and they're approaching turn 2. This is turn 2. It certainly is, mate. It certainly is. Just taking the right amount of curb, and Darkness very cautious cautious through turn one, as a lot of the boys tend to be, of course. That is one of the high, especially in qualifying sessions, that is one of the high track limit zones, of course. People tend to get a little bit too greedy on that brake pedal, try to brake a little bit later, and next thing you know, they find themselves all four wheels off, as Darkness nearly just did then, but the game said, no, son, you can absolutely have it. So here comes Darkness in the second sector. So Team Jaguar driver, looking for a great result. He's doing very well to make this Q3 session, is the lad. So far, so good from him here, Housey. And, well, his main concern is keeping himself in the lobby. But touch wood, mate, the last month, he's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Again, like I said earlier, a few guys just starting to find some form, to be honest. A little bit of a shaky start from a couple of them, but starting to get set in their stride now. So Bozza behind has unfortunately invalidated. So it's going to be straight to Beans after Darkness, his teammate. Followed by Fury.
There you go, Darkness Abyss with a 31.7, mate. We'll flick to Bozza. Bozza has invalidated. And we'll
Bozza's
go.
invalidated.
Yeah, sorry, mate. You did say that just before. And yes, it certainly is Rip the Beans coming around that second last corner now. And he had a great qualifying result so far, Q1 and Q2. Q3 sets a 1 minute 31.1. Here come the times. Fury with a 31.6. There is, who is that? Nodsty with a 31.2. Thank you very much, mate. Smakinda will be next with a 31.1. And that is 2-5 that I've just missed. Puts himself fourth position with a 31.4. 8-6. We've got one Slick Mofo out there as well. We've got Bozza out there as well.
M4.
Thank you very much. It is certainly Johnny M4, and let's just see what he can do. He's in Q3 looking for a good result. It is a 31.5, P5 for now, mate. And not too bad if I say so myself. We've got one Slick who will be next, and that is a 34.3. That is a magenta second sector, so one Slick Mofo absolutely on it here and wants a great result. So, look, I mean, it's our job to be a neutral here, Housey, but he has had such a bad run of luck of late, looking for him to have a great result. Of course, if anyone deserves it, it is him. And one Slick Mofo, here he comes now, approaching the last corner. Of course, only his first run in Q3, but it is a 1 minute 30.6, well and truly clear. That is clear of Rip the Beans by nearly 7/10 of a second. Wow.
It's Bozza. Bozza's going to be next after invalidating the first time, but he's not going to keep with this one. He's going to go in for a fresh boots, so I think most of these are going to be in for a fresh set.
And of course, yes, Droftus has just reminded us, and yeah, apologise there, Housey, but Droftus has just reminded us, for everyone watching at home, one Slick, if he wants to win, he needs to gap the P2 man by 5 seconds. He does have a 5-second time penalty due to accumulation of licence points, unfortunately for that lad. But if anyone can do it, one Slick can, of course. But yes, old boy, just setting a magenta first sector here, Housey. Absolutely on it is the Rockstar Racing driver. And can we add that to his qualifying? Unfortunately not there, Kaio. I don't feel like restarting a lobby, mate. But, oh, there you go. As we were talking, old boy got that severely wrong. And that is an invalidation from him.
Is indeed, so I think most of these boys are on the way in now, although Smakinda's up on his time. At the end of the first sector, or coming towards the end of the first sector. Yeah, going back to one Slick there, that did surprise me actually. Like I said, I've had a few weeks away from this division, obviously focusing on the European side, and I did having a look through the tables last night, and I found one Slick. Where is he? I think he's down in 14th place.
Yeah, very well obviously, out of position.
Very well out of position. Not normally like him. Obviously, as you did touch on, he's going to have that penalty as well today. Unfortunate for him, but like you said, if anyone can, it's definitely him. Just needs a good clean start and break away. Once he gets into a rhythm, he certainly can be a difficult customer to catch.
Definitely, mate. Absolutely spot on there. As old boy is getting his next lap underway, of course, as we did see him make that maybe a slight lapse in concentration in that third sector, and well, invalidated it. But he is good to go. He's spun. He's out. Old boy's out. Old boy is out. There you go. Too greedy on the curb. Slid up the rears, and he is gone. Q3 done for old boy, and that is unfortunate. Luckily for him and for all the rest of the boys, no one is absolutely on a fire. There's a couple of outlap lads. The rest of them are all in the pit lane. So, old boy, we have just lost. He will start this one in P10 there, Housey. Wow.
Yep. I mean, look, it's Q3 session, so as far as he could go down as 10th. But not ideal for old boy.
No, definitely not.
A couple of guys on outlaps at the moment. Beans, Johnny M4 and Boz are all on outlaps. Who's the furthest along? I think
it
it's
is
Beans.
Beans, yeah. It certainly is Beans.
Currently sat P3 anyway, so it's Jaguar 2-3 at the moment. Second and third, McKinder and Beans. Come on, T5. The only team that haven't had a pole yet, and he's the only driver in the top 10.
We are meant to be neutrals there, Housey. But yes, we are.
I just don't like this. I don't like this stat sheet that says monsters zero poles. That's all. I'm not being biased. I just don't like a zero.
That's your own personal taste, and of course, yes, Housey. Yes, very what's the word, mate? Very thorough with his stats, and if there's something out of place, definitely cheers for the out of place to sort of become more normal on the eye, so to speak. And that is Housey being Housey. And if you're lucky enough to know the lad, that is actually quite funny from him. Always ripped the beans with a massive tank slapper.
Yeah, he got
coming.
Squirrely.
Well, he certainly did, mate. And well, lucky to keep all those four wheels pointing in the same direction. He is backed out of that. He certainly has. He's given us a bit of a squiggle to say, you know what, lads, I am not doing this one. He's Bozza, yes, in the second sector, mate. And
he's yet to settle up.
Well, he's approaching Bopton's wall. There it is there on the right-hand side, Bopton's wall. We did name that a couple of weeks ago as no safe, no sound. Yeah, exactly right. Mo safe and sound. Yes. I'll put my goggles on. Yes, Mofo is safe and sound. He most certainly is. But this is his first run, of course. That was his first run, and the lads are all about to hit the track again there, Sandeezy. As you well and truly know, as Bozza gets that all wrong. And, well, has he got the fuel? He's backed out of it. He's got the fuel.
Yeah,
his fuel line ain't flashing.
On.
That's right. So he will definitely go again.
So he's probably just about got enough.
We have got Johnny M4. Johnny M4 will be next after Bozza, of course. And it looks like Johnny, well, I'm not too sure. He's, took a very much a lift and coast approach to that corner that we just seen, and not too sure if this is representative. There is still time. There is 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. So this next lap from Johnny, yes, he certainly has. He's turned everything up now, so that will not count. It'll be this one, all or nothing for Johnny, and let's just see how he goes. Rip the Beans, of course, as we did touch on, is furthest along. A lot of lads out there on outlaps there, Housey, so a lot of lads looking to just make it over that line. I'll tell you what, 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. And look where they all are on that back straight. So, whew.
Yeah. It's a Beans on a lap, I think. I'm just watching Bozza, I think.
He certainly is, yeah.
I don't think Bozza's at full pace here. So maybe just trying to charge his battery, I think. He must have had the fuel in the car. I think he's confident about going again. He's got 50 seconds to get to the line. Otherwise, Bozza's done in P9. Who else we got out there? Johnny M4's on a lap as well.
Well, Rip the Beans wants to beat his 1 minute 31.1 at the moment, and let's just see what he can do. He crosses the line with a 1 minute 31.18. Well, have a look at that. 4,000's better than his previous best. Fury is starting his final run. A lot of lads are starting their final run. Johnny M4 is nearly 3/10 up on his previous best at the second sector there, mate. And not being too greedy, of course. You've got to be patient through here and allow the car to bite, allow it to grip before you can put that power down. Johnny M4 knows this, and he's absolutely sending it to the start-finish line, Housey.
McKinder on a lap 2. He's going to be the next one after Johnny.
So Johnny M4
As the
sets
clock reaches 0.
a 1 minute 31.1. That is P4, but he can actually set another one. The game's going to allow him. So that is up to him if he's got the fuel. Thank you very much, mates. McKinder, it certainly is. And he's level pegging with his previous best, if we're to believe that, Housey. Let's just see if he's had a mighty third sector. Well, he keeps it inside. He certainly does.
Fury's crashed.
And he's set a 1 minute 30.8, 2/10 better, but not on P1. That is P2. That is still the front row. That is a great, great effort from Smakinda. Rip the Beans is out there. He is invalidated. So he will start on the second row.
It's darkness. It's darkness.
Thank you very much, mate. Darkness.
Fury was on a lap, but he crashed. Fury crashed. He was on a good lap.
Well, that's unfortunate from Fury.
He's done.
Yes, certainly, mate.
Darkness. Followed by Nods. No, Nods is done, I think. 2-5.
As here comes
darkness.
Well, it is darkness, mate. The Jaguar driver, the pot 3 lad, sets a 1 minute 31.2. That is P5. As we'll flick down to 2-5. And 2-5. This will be it. This is all or nothing for the lad. Once he crosses the line, he will not be able to set another one. He sets a 1 minute 31.0. That is P3. As Bobden has just subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing. Bobden, awesome stuff. And thank you very much to Housey for keeping me on my toes. But here comes Bozza, sets a 1 minute 31.0.
Pushes 2-5 down.
Whoa, P3. So that's a second row for Bozza and 2-5. Johnny M4. Is he going to change that running order? No, he does not. And Fury Strat, no. So we have our running order, folks. That is it. That is it. Woof.
We've made it. We've made it. So look at that. Two Rockstar cars, 9th and 10th. Jaguars second. What's that? Second, 5th, and 7th.
Yes.
What is that? Golf pole. Is that 2 Hello Kitty cars? There's Bozza, Johnny M4.
No, Bozza is a golf, and Johnny M4 is a golf. And Mr. Fury Strat, Hello Kitty P8.
Right,
so that's where they all stand prior to this Grand Prix, folks. And yes, Nodsty on top on 181 points. Macedonian on 143 and Nat Hammer on 139. I'll get rid of that. And that is our running order, guys and girls, at home. One Slick Mofo by 1.5 tenths over Smakinda in P2. Bozza with a great result, P3. 2-5. Welcome back, son. His second Grand Prix back after having a couple of weeks off being away from work. Good to see him hitting his form again in P4. Rip the Beans, P5. Johnny M4, P6. Good to see him up there as well there, Housey. Darkness Abyss, P7. Fury, 8th, Nodsty in 9th, and Old Boy in P10.
Yep, obviously, anyone new here, 2 points for the pole position. That's what the driver gets, so One Slick picks himself up 2 points for that pole position. He'll be looking for the win and the fastest lap in the race to take maximum points from this one.
As I've just put the points command in the chat, click that. It'll take you to how we structure our points for the finishing results there, folks. If it's a bit easier to explain that way, it's just one click of the button and away you go, and it'll explain it to you. As Tactical Genius, well, the newest recruit of Formula 4 has just subscribed. Thank you very, very much, Tactical. Welcome to the league. Welcome to the stream. And yes, he's keeping his key eye on the competition. Good to see, mate. Hopefully, maybe get to see him next week. We had a full grid of full-time drivers, of course, and that was absolutely fantastic by everyone involved. So we do appreciate that from all of the Formula 4 Australian lads. And yeah. As Tactical, there he is there, just saying thanks, and thank you very much again, mate. Get all these telemetries going once for you guys again, and there you go. So One Slick Mofo on the medium, great qualifying by this lad. I know he's hungry there, Housey, on P1, Team Golf Racing, great job. Smakinda, P2, starting on the softs, mate. So, well, here's bid one watch for the launch, of course. Smakinda, P2, Team Jaguar. There is Bozza, the Bozman, Golf Racing in P3. Great effort by him yet again, Bozza. Just keep producing and performing is what he is doing lately. We've got 2-5 up there in P4, Team Monster Energy, followed by Rip the Beans doing his thing. There is Rip the Beans there, Jaguar. Johnny M4, P6, Golf Racing. Great stuff by him. Darkness Abyss, as we did touch on, P7. Mr. Fury Strat in P8. Team Hello Kitty there, folks. Boys and girls at home. That is the livery there. Nodsty has been reset to the grid as TCF Old Boy. There he is there warming up those mediums. In Rockstar Racing. Kyotonic P11 on the softs. Interesting to note, from 11 down, got a free tyre choice, and Kyo and Nat Hammer both opted to start on the soft compound. Nat Hammer, there he is there in P12. Macedonian chose the mediums to start on in P13. Same with Brad Tay, P14. The Stig in P15, there he is there. And Suicide 5 opting for the softs to start this Grand Prix on at the start of the race. Yes, there he is there. P16, Team Hello Kitty. Bopton, P17 on the medium. Chasey Dane, P18. Blue Dog, there he is there in the Rockstar car, P19. And Snooey out of position in P20.
Indeed, so that's 5 out of the 20 cars starting on the softs. The rest of the 15 all on the mediums. Interesting strat play. We'll see how the soft boys get on. What sort of laps do you reckon skate for these softs before they start dying off?
Well, probably 7 or 8-ish before you really start to feel the pinch. I was
going to say.
Probably at the 10 lap mark. They're probably cooked, mate. Roughly about the 10 lap mark here, and yeah. The tyre life, not too bad towards the end of the Grand Prix, but at the start, with a heavy fuel load, a lot of loaded corners, definitely high tyre wear at the beginning of the Grand Prix. So, interesting. We'll pay attention to when they decide to box. Of course, yes, McKinder the highest of the soft runners. But we will sit back, we'll wait for these red lights, and we'll get this one underway, Housey.
Indeed. I'm going to focus my attention towards the back of the grid and let you take the front off the line out.
We've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. We wait for the revs, folks. We wait for the revs. And there they are. We are go here at Sochi. Great start there by Smakinder. Awesome start by Mofo. So far, so good. They're 5 wide going into turn 1, giving each other all the space in the world. That's exactly what we like to see. Hard on the brakes is what Mofo's going to be. Is Smakinder going to send it? Yes, he certainly is. And that is a safe turn 1. Fantastic stuff by all involved.
I think we're through at the back as well. I don't think there was any drama.
No, I don't think so either, there, Housey. So far, so good, which is absolutely brilliant. Macedonian up into 11th.
No, we haven't. Snooey's done.
Oh, Snooey's done. Snooey is out. Snooey is out. We have a yellow waved sector in Sector 1. There he is there. And
safety car, surely.
Well, they haven't called it, mate. They haven't called it.
No.
And, of course, maybe the car, because we're still on lap 1, that car will well and truly disappear before we get around to it. But Smakinder takes the lead of this Grand Prix. Fantastic start, yes. Trying to make the most of that soft compound. One Slick Mofo just hanging on there. Rip the Beans into P3 as well. Bozza into P4. 2-5 has dropped a couple of spots down into 5th position. Darkness Abyss has gained one into P6 and Johnny M4 in 7th. So far, so good. The closest battle, Fury, is about to make a move on Johnny M4, but thinks better of it. He tucks in beside. Live to fight another day, son. Laps and Grand Prix are not won. Lap 1, turn 1, or any part of lap 1, I do believe, as we've seen Bopton get by Suicide 5 there, and Suicide 5 a bit later on the brakes takes that position back. And, well, there you go. Bopton, the 2-pot 4 drivers, Bopton and Suicide 5 swapping position. Blue Dog is in 16th where he started from. Nodsty has had a shocker of a start. There he is there into P13. And Suicide 5 following him through for good measure as we flick right back up to the top, Housey.
Kyotonic in the box. I think he's got wing damage, so he's dropped to the back of the pack now. Be interesting to see what he sticks on. He's going with another set of softs. Kyotonic at the back, hoping for a safety car, no doubt.
I think so, mate, but Nat Hammer is starting to fire up as well, mate. He's in 10th place at the moment, all over the back of Old Boy. There is a little bit of a train starting to happen from Fury right down to Nat Hammer. Macedonian is joining in on the party as well, as we just seen in the background, him get by the Stig, and that is the Hello Kitty driver up into P11. Fantastic stuff by him, as we'll flick down to the bottom. Blue Dog up another place into 15th place. Chasey Dane in 16th. Bopton is struggling a little bit. I'm not too sure what has happened. He was up there with Suicide 5, but backed out of a move. Finds times himself down in 17th place. Brad Tay and Kyo Tonic are at the back of the field, as you did touch on Kyo changing that front wing. But Johnny M4, all over the back of Fury. Of course, there is no DRS available until the third lap, as we welcome Brad WTH to the stream. Yes, this is Formula 4 Racing. This is the Australian division. We are at Sochi, Russia. And welcome, 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 my friend. I hope you're well as Manvigamer. Welcome to the stream. I hope I said that right. I'm not too sure what follower number you are. I'll have to get that all sorted during the week. But thank you very much for following.
Boxing, is he? Our boy's boxing here. Our boy's got an issue. Can't see any damage on his wing, but he's just dropped a couple of places and he's boxing.
There you go. As Ghost Kroll follows the channel as well. Thank you very, very much for your follow.
Go. They say they come in threes, and there they are.
Yeah, they certainly are. As we are watching Johnny M4, is he going to send it on Fury? Oh, it's very, very close. They're side by side, and they've given each other the respect that they deserve, and fantastic stuff. Awesome defensive driving there by Fury. But Johnny M4 now does have Nat Hammer for company. Nat Hammer fancies a piece of this action on the inside, but Johnny M4 ain't giving that up easy. He's gone very, very wide, and Nat Hammer should have this move done well and truly into the next corner. There you go. Job done, Housey.
Yep, getting close between Bozza and 2-5 as well for P4. Bozza's looking racy.
He certainly is. The Bosman starting to turn it on, and Darkness Abyss is hanging on to this group as well. But let's not forget, folks, that soft runners want to do a bit of a gapping from the medium runners, of course. And if we just pay attention to the timing, Cherry, one Slick Mofo is starting to reel back in Smakinda. So I'm going to flick back up to that battle there, because it looks like Smakinda might have made an error here, and Mofo senses blood. Oh, Mofo very close to losing the back end there, and he's just got to keep all four pointed in the same direction and get a good result. So yes, he lost himself a good 6/10 in that third sector there, mate. Those off-camber corners. You either hook it up or you lose so much time. He certainly is. He certainly is, as well as Bozza.
He's right there. He's following him.
And there you go.
He's got the tow rope on.
Rip the beans with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix to date with a 1 minute 34.750.
Bozza's going to make the move on 2-5 here. Down into turn 2.
Oh,
done nice and easy.
Well and truly before the corner there, and then Bozza can set his sights on. Rip the beans. So, 2-5 is, I'm not too sure if he's struggling at this point of the Grand Prix, but he has been passed by a couple of guys, and, he's just got to get into his rhythm, of course, as the 2-5. The Mamba is back. Great to see him back, and we'll flick down to Nat Hammer, because Nat Hammer is all over the back of Fury Strat here, mate.
Yep, I'm just having a look at the Magic Man. Chasey Dane and Bopton are having a bit of a ding-dong back there for 15th. See what I did there?
I certainly did. I certainly did. And if X is in the chat, I'm sure he would have had a bit of a giggle to himself. Is the lad, the creativity behind those name changes from Chasey Dane? Well, to Chasey Dane.
We should say that, actually, if just in case X is around somewhere. Congratulations on the birth of your baby boy.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Hope everything's going well.
He certainly has, of course, yes. X, or Xerxes, his beautiful partner, gave birth to a healthy baby boy early on in the week. Baby Max, and we do welcome Baby Max to the good world. And, we will recruit him in a few years. I know a couple of the UK lads are already trying to get him on the sim already, mate. So these conversations have been quite funny. But One Slick Mofo doing his thing. Rip the Beans is there as well. It is a bit of a DRS train for those top two.
Breaking away.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Breaking away from Bozza in 4th, just struggling to keep hold of them. 2-5 coming back at Bozza this lap. That's going to be hang on, sorry. Getting a little excited there. Looked like a 2-5 was going to send it late, but he's got him up the inside here. He's done a switcheroo.
Well, he certainly has, but Bozza will have the inside for the next turn, the next corner. And, there you go. They're side by side. Bit of a touch. They've left each other room. That is great racing by these two. And let's just see if Bozza can hold on. They certainly are. They certainly are. This is great wheel-to-wheel by 2-5 and Bozza. Fantastic stuff. But look how close the rest of them are behind him. Have a look at this. Oh, 2-5's gone wide. Darkness sees an opportunity. 2-5's going to have to hang it on the inside. But no, thinks
another one as
there you go. He certainly has. Nat Hammer's got by him. Have a look at this battling.
Look at them behind.
Wow.
This is fantastic stuff.
So there you go. The Monster Energy lads finds themselves nose to stern after all that, and 2-5 lost a monumental amount
Fury
of positions. He certainly
Fury
is. He certainly is, and he's going to send
get
it.
2 here in one move. Oh, he's not. That hammer's just covered him off. Look at this though. They're nose to stern. Oh my God! Look at this action. Tail end of the top 10 is absolutely bonkers.
They certainly are, and Macedonia.
I don't know where to go next.
And Nodsty's just found himself into the top 10 as well, as 2-5, after all of that, finds himself down into 9th place. He was up into 4th not long ago.
Some carbon.
That is phenomenal. So let's just see if anyone boxed.
Half a lap.
Yeah, no one's boxed, I don't
like
think.
5 positions.
Apart from Johnny M4.
I thought I saw some carbon.
Johnny M4 throws himself in the pit lane, so I'm not too sure if he has damage. But Smakinda leads this one by nearly 0.4 of a second with a hunting mofo on that medium compound there, mate. This is where it's at. It's there in the battle for the top 10. But Nodsty's starting to creep up on 2-5 as well. And there he is there, the Rockstar driver, trying to go around the outside, which will in turn become the inside, but thinks better of it. And Nodsty will live to fight another.
Bozzer's lost it.
Bozzer has lost it. Bozzer has spun. He's around.
He's in the middle of the track. He can't do anything about it.
No, that'll put him well down the field. But thank you, Bozza, for doing the right thing. We appreciate that, of course.
Good driving.
And yes, we have waved flags. They have just gone green. So full green now. And one slick mofo, I tell you what, doing a phenomenal job hanging on to Smakinda on that soft compound.
He's just dropped Beans now. Beans just struggling to stay with one slick and Smakinda now. 1.3 seconds back now, Beans. So. Oh, one slick went for the move.
Whoa!
This is gonna get racy.
I tell you what, there you go.
A little bit of contact.
There was a little bit of drifting there by Mofo, and he just slots back in behind Smakinda, and he'll have to find another place, of course. Look at the exit he just got, and I think so, mate. I think these softs are, they're starting to give a little bit. They're starting to cry that ouch. So I think, all he needs is a good run here. He's got 30-odd%. Smakinda has cooked his ERS, so I dare say Mofo should get this done before turn 2, sorry.
Here we go, he's up the inside.
There you go, that is job done.
Or around the outside, sorry. Yeah, Rip the Beans trying to get back now as well. Look at these Jaguars, 2, 3 and 4th place for the Jaguars.
Having a great day out so far.
And 10th for the Stig as well. So all 4 Jaguars inside the top 10 at the moment.
Exactly right, as Fury is up into 6th place. His teammate Macedonian, from down towards the back of the start, at the start of the Grand Prix, finds himself in 7th place. Oh, and I thought he was about to go into the wall there. It must have just been a little bit of oversteer there and pointed him towards the wall, but he directed it away from it. There is such a great battle happening here, as Nat Hammer has a track limit time penalty. Unfortunate to him, and while any of this close running towards the end, mate, it just drops you way down the back of the field, as we are well and truly aware of. The closest battle on track, to be fair, I would say it would have to be almost Chasey. Yeah, exactly right. Chasey Dane and Bopton. And here comes Brad Tay for good measure. This is albeit for 13th, 14th and 15th, folks. And we are on lap 7 of 27. Smakinda has retaken the lead. Not too sure whether Mofo made a slight error, but Rip the Beans is all over the back of Mofo here. And this is Jaguar bullying the golf racing team. And Mofo doing his thing. He is holding his own as Mofo. He knows Smakinda will have to box at some point, well and truly before he does, to get rid of that soft compound. Mofo being on that medium, the durable of the more two of those compounds, as Rip the Beans is still hanging on to the back there. And this is a great battle, so we'll flick back down here, Housey, and Bopton is getting closer to Blue Dog.
Yeah, Blue Dog's had a decent start, to be fair.
He certainly has.
Joint. He's made 7 places, along with Nat Hammer, who's also made 7 places. That's the most gainers, as Bopton dives up the inside of Blue Dog, as I say it. So Blue Dog up 6 positions now, although he's not giving this one up. He's looking for a wider line and a cutback on this turn 3. So hard on the tyres there, that turn 3.
That was a great move by Bopton to get that job done on Blue Dog, just like that. And, there you go. Away he goes. And Chasey Dane wants a piece of this as well, because Chasey Dane is all over the back of Blue Dog. Not too sure whether Blue Dog is struggling a little bit at this track. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on it, whether he's going through some errors, but it's very uncharacteristic to see him battling where he is, but he's around some good company. He would be enjoying this as we flick back up to 2-5. 2-5, Nodsty the Stig. Nodsty going about his thing again, and he's up in a P8. He's shaping up Fury. Is he going to send it under braking? He certainly is.
He just got
Oh,
passed.
Fury
No,
says,
he
no,
got
you
passed by
don't,
Fury.
son. And there you go.
He got
Fury will,
passed.
Fury will take that back.
Fury passed him. Fury passed him earlier on in the lap, so it was Nodsty trying to get that place back as 2-5 loses a place to Stig, runs deep behind. It's a nice little train going on here. What are we talking from Darkness?
Yeah,
Back to 2-5.
pretty much, yeah. Even
Well,
Suicide
back to
5.
Suicide 5.
The two
Yeah,
cousins
he's
are
just
nose to
closed up on the
stern.
back.
And he finds himself up in a P11 as well. We'll just flick to the penalties for your enjoyment at home. And there you go. Nat Hammer with 3. Suicide with 3. Old Boy with 3. Kyo with 6. And Johnny M4 with 3 seconds, folks.
There is the battle here. Nat Hammer, a cork in the bottle on those softs.
I think so, mate.
Macedonia on the mediums. Yeah, he's just sitting there. Darkness on the softs as well. Suicide 5 on the back of the train. Also on the softs. So those guys, Smakinda, Nat Hammer, Darkness, and S5, they're going to be getting to that point soon, Skate, where they're going to need to get some fresh boots.
I think so, mate. I think so. Maybe they're sort of all preying on a safety car, so to speak. But the driving this weekend, today, in particular, has been phenomenal. And Nodsty is still there. This is an unbelievable train as 2-5. I'm pretty sure Suicide 5 starting to drop off the back a little bit. Maybe it is that pinch point where the soft compound is starting to go off ever so slightly. And he was right up the back of 2-5 there, his cousin. But finds himself 1.3 seconds further adrift as Macedonian and Nat Hammer battle resumed. Now, let's not forget, folks, these blokes here are battling for 2nd and 3rd in the championship. Macedonian is just ahead of Nat Hammer in the championship standings for that matter. But Nat Hammer on track at this very early stage of the Grand Prix is, ahead on track, but does have that time penalty. Yes, there you go. So the first
one to blink.
First one to blink.
Softs, yep.
So, definitely,
One Slick's also got the lead back. Out in front.
And there you go, the two Jaguar boys rip the beans, centered on Smakinda there in turn 2. Smakinda is starting to feel the pinch of that soft compound. Whether Rip the Beans knows that and thinks, you know what, I can't lose too much time behind you, brother, and absolutely gets that job done. But there you go, Smakinda might have to be boxing this lap, I dare say. Nat Hammer is doing a great job all over the gearbox. But yeah, he got done by Macedonian, as we did touch on. And Nat Hammer up down into 5th place.
For company. Fury for company as well now, so it's in a bit of a kitty sandwich here. It's a fantastic battle for this tail end of the top 10. really good.
It really
We've got
is.
a yellow. Who's that? Is that One Slick? It's One Slick.
Oh, One Slick's around. One Slick's out. One Slick's out. Oh no, One Slick is out, and we have a safety car. Oh, that is disastrous from One Slick Mofo.
Those soft runners, Smakinda, Nat Hammer, and Suicide 5 have been saved. Mind you, Darkness was the first one. He boxed this lap, so this is looking good for Darkness. If he can get round, I know there's Delta now. We'll see what happens between Smakinda and Nat Hammer at the top and Darkness, because he was right there with them. But Darkness pitted on this lap. The others have got to pit. So let's see how it shakes out. Although we've lost One Slick Mofo. So
certainly have.
I'm just putting out here. Though. So his 5-second penalty, does that carry on to the next round?
Well, Macedonian's got no front wing, and
I think he hit him.
There you go. So I'm not too sure what has happened there, but that is one for the stewards, of course. We are under safety car conditions. Lap 11 of 27, and there is action aplenty.
Pit lane is going mad.
Yeah, it certainly is. And while they're on pit lane there, mate, let's have a bit of a look at the start, eh? We'll do an instant replay. There we go. Hopefully she does it. Yes, and fantastic start there by all of those lads involved. Very, very clean to tell you the truth there, Housey. People swapping and jostling for positions and giving the respect and the space that they truly deserve. And that was absolutely brilliant to watch. Great stuff by all of them involved. And, they got through unscathed, which is what it's all about. Back to live action, and Bopton on 10-lap old mediums and Blue Dog. There you go. 1 and 2, of course, yet to stop. And, Rip the Beans has put that soft compound on. There he is there. Smakinda with the fresh set of mediums. All of them behind have boxed, folks. So it's only Bopton and Blue Dog. Excuse me.
Yeah, everyone. Literally.
Chancing their arm on this scenario.
Interestingly enough, the Magic Man, Chasey Dane, and Macedonia putting the hards on. They're the only two that selected that.
Yep.
Just looking at Darkness, I said keep an eye on Darkness to see. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. He's back in 9th after stopping the lap of the safety car. Beans, McKinder, Nethammer, Fury, Nodsty, and Stig all getting the better of him in the stops there. Does have the medium on though, so I would say good chance of going to the end. What we got? 27, 16 laps?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys on the soft.
There's no way.
It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle.
There is no way, especially that back straight. I mean, you're going to need a good exit coming out of that, Bopton corner, we will call it, and especially down that back straight. And yeah, old tyres, no good here. Like fresh rubber wins always at high-speed circuits, and not always, but most times, and I dare say here is no exception. So at the moment, Johnny M4 is in P18. There he is there, trying to catch this safety car queue. Kyotonic in 17, Old Boy 16th, and Brad Tay in 15th. Brad Tay looking to box. There he is there. Not too sure what is going on. Brad Tay, has he got damage? No visible damage, but maybe finds himself on the wrong tyre, knowing that the safety car is going to go around again. He will quite easily catch the field. And bit of a strat change there from the lad. So notice he's the only one that did.
Director, give me a minute.
Yeah, thanks, mate. No problem at all. So there you go.
Just see what he does. I was just writing.
Bopton and Blue Dog opted to stay out on 11-lap-old mediums. So Rip the Beans will know this. Rip the Beans will fancy his chances at grabbing at least one of them, if not both of them, at the restarts. McKinder is there for good measure as well. And, Nat Hammer doing his thing as what Nat Hammer does. Fury's had a good race to date, of course, but I dare say, in my opinion, these poor, soft runners, they're either going to be feeling the pinch towards the end, or they're just not going to make it. They'll have to do another stop. Nodsty in 7th position, doing his thing. He was come back from a monumental way back. Let's just go to the position changes for everybody there at home. And where are they? There they certainly are. So Nodsty up 2, the Stig up 7. Have a look at Bopton and Blue Dog, of course, yet to stop in this Grand Prix. And we'll flick down to Suicide 5 in up 5 places. Chasey Dane up 6. Unfortunately, the biggest losers in this Grand Prix is Bozza and Johnny M4. Both of them lads down 11 places, if you don't mind, Housey. So struggle street a little bit, but like I said, mate, this race is still got a long way to go, and they have got a good healthy chunk of points coming their way if they can just keep all 4 wheels on and pointed in the same direction. Of course, we'll go to these penalties as well. Whereabouts are they? There they certainly are. So, as we touched on, and pumping Darkness up, he has a drive-through penalty. The safety car is in this lap, so he'll have to get so does Bozza, and so does Johnny M4. Wow, they'll have to get that done within 3 laps of us going green. But we will go back up to the top, folks, where it will sit behind Bopton on Blue Dogs on board. And this safety car, Bopton is effectively the safety car. He needs to sort of back the field up a little bit. Let that safety car go and do its thing, and Bopton can get us underway.
It's going to be watch for Beans here. He's going to be the quick guy on those softs in 3rd place. That was a strategic call from Brad Tay as well. That was the medium soft, putting back the mediums on. So
we are gone green, and great restart by Bopton. Blue Dog's still hanging on, and Rip the Beans on that. Well, he's just getting swamped there by Smakinder. Is Smakinder his teammate having a bit of a look? I'm not too sure what's going on. But yes, Smakinder and Nat Hammer side by side into turn 2. They bang wheels, and so far so good. Very, very clean by that lot. Awesome racing. Bozza up into 12th place. So there you go. He's just got by Macedonian there, and Nat Hammer has dropped another one. Oh, he's going to send it. They've touched. Oh no, Smakinder and Nat Hammer have touched, and there you go. So Nat Hammer dropping down back of the field, and he will join Brad Tay. We are still under green flags. Bopton leads this one over Rip the Beans on fresh rubber. Blue Dog has just been been swamped, and he's gotten by. Rip the Beans just got by Blue Dog. Excuse me. I will spit those words out properly. Smakinder looking to join this battle as well, as is Fury on that fresh rubber, that soft compound. These boys on the soft, they want to make amends at the start of a restart, of course. They are not going to go to the end, in my opinion, and if they do, they will be cooked. So Nodsty is going to have a look here, and moves himself. There he is. There he's going to send it, and Fury doing the right thing, giving him all the space he requires. Nodsty into 6th, Fury into 5th, and this is a cracking battle.
Here we go. Nodsty up the inside. Can't quite get it done. He's at risk now from the Stig.
Well, have a look at this from Nodsty. Great switchback, but thinks better of it. Knows that that pizza slice is coming to an end and thinks better of it. So no DRS available until 3 laps in as Bozza sets a 134.2. Yeah. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. As Mofo not happy. He says he's officially hanging them up. No, you certainly are not, son. It only take one result as 2-5 in the Stig. The Stig a bit of a wheel bash to 2-5, and 2-5 has just dropped a couple of spots there. And yeah, Bozza takes advantage of that one there, as we'll flick back up to Nodsty. He's still trying to get by Mr. Fury Strat as Smakinda just gets by Blue Dog there, buddy.
Beans has got the lead now from Bopton, and he's pulled a gap. He's just about got a second.
He certainly has,
It's a good restart from Bopton, though. Fair play to the lad. He's done well there. I didn't think he'd last that long, to be honest with you, with those worn mediums. But he did a good job.
He certainly has. As Fury just got by Blue Dog there, and Nodsty looking to do the same thing. Of course, Blue Dog on 13 lap old mediums. He will be feeling them, so to speak. And here comes his teammate Nodsty, and there you go. Might be team orders, but great place to make the position swap on that back straight. So Nodsty up in a 5th position. The Stig wants a piece of the Blue Dog as well, and the Stig, he's cut in on him, and the Stig has spun, unfortunately. And there you go, Stig dropping down the order. Blue Dog down into 8th as well. Suicide 5 finds himself into 9th place on 2 lap old mediums. So he's going to see if he can stretch them to the end. I dare say he will. Blue Dog staying out? He certainly is. Blue Dog is staying out. So there you go. Bozza into the pit lane. Not too sure what's happened there, if he needs a wing change or not. But Nodsty is all over the back of Bopton here, mate.
Yeah, Fury's just got Bopton. Nodsty, obviously, as you just touched, just about to go past as well, and 2-5's looking to get in on the action for good measure.
Great move by Nodsty, and gets that job. Well, he got that job done well and truly from Bopton. And Bopton on 14, same as Blue Dog scenario. They are starting to hurt. And I dare say 2-5, it's only a matter of time before he gets by Bopton here, mate. We'll flick back down to Old Boy, because Old Boy is all over the back of Macedonian here, buddy. Macedonian is still on the back while he's trying to follow. He's trying to follow Suicide 5 through. But Blue Dog is being a bit of a wall at the moment, and it's all for track position. Yes, albeit Blue Dog needs to stop again, but he does not need to relinquish any position, of course. It is up to Macedonian to find a clean, smart way by him. And Blue Dog making it very, very difficult.
Suicide 5 just passed his cousin in 6th place, a bit further up the road. Nodsty close on Fury at the end of the DRS zone, second DRS zone. Nodsty's looking racy now after a bit of an out-of-sort start. The championship leader got himself back up to P4 now, and he's going to, no doubt, look to keep pushing forward from there. Macedonia gets Blue Dog. And 2-5. What's happened to 2-5?
2-5's
boxing.
Yeah, he's boxing. He's boxing. He's got 3 lap old softs. He knows that they're not going to go to the end. And maybe this is just sort of a damage limitation. Throw the medium on and make sure he runs and gets it to the end of the Grand Prix without having to stop again, of course. Suicide 5 doing a phenomenal job. He's lining up Bopton here. And this is a job done into turn 2. And that is Suicide 5 on 4 lap old mediums compared to Bopton's 15, as Johnny M4 sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1 minute 32.9, as we will flick down to Blue Dog. Blue Dog still losing positions. The Stiggers got by him. Blue Dog down into 10th place. Nat Hammer will be next to seize an opportunity apart from Brad Tay. Brad Tay, Blue Dog's teammate. Oh, there you go. And I thought Nat Hammer was about to collect Brad Tay, but Ham one's alive. Welcome to the stream. This is Formula 4 Racing, the Australian division. We are at Sochi, Russia. We're on lap 16 of 27, a cracking race as Brad Tay, Nat Hammer, bit of a wheel bang, and a bit of respect there, of course. But Brad Tay has got his mirrors full, and he needs to get by his team teammate Blue Dog. Blue Dog will be boxing very soon. I wonder if Blue Dog's trying to make it so the mediums can go and he can go straight onto that soft compound and be rapid towards the end. As Old Boy trying to make a move on Macedonian. He thinks about a switcheroo. Is he going to send it? Macedonian tries to cover it, and he certainly does, but Old Boy sends it up the inside. Macedonian has the inside for the next one. And Old Boy, bit of a switcheroo and gets the job done. Great move there by Old Boy, up into 7th place.
Yeah, just watching Fury at the front. He's getting close to the Jaguar boys. Smakindo is going to get this job done. He is DRS assisted down into turn 1. So Fury moves himself up into P2, gets past Smakinder, 5-lap-old softs versus 5-lap-old mediums. So Smakinder just needs to, take that one on the chin. Fury's going to have to stop again, we're thinking. So top 2, Beans and Fury, both on the softs. Smakinder's looking good in P3 with the mediums at the moment. Nosty there in 4th, still there in 4th on the softs. Oh boy, getting close to the back of Bopton now. Bopton's still yet to stop. 16-lap-old mediums, and this should be easy pickings for Old Boy. He's using the RS to get the job done, which he does. Up inside turn 8, or 7, sorry, into 8 now. So, he's lost it. Old Boy's lost it.
Oh no!
Old Boy spun it around.
He spun it around.
He's lost the wing.
And I was just about to do the driver of the day, and he was going to be in it, but unfortunately, well, there you go. That fixes that one up. I'm just doing that now. There, Housey. I'll leave it with you, buddy.
All good. All good. Who are you riding on board with? Let's have a look.
We are with Smakinder and Nodsty.
Okay. All right. I'll go up there myself. So Smakinder, medium tyres on board. Nodsty now, the championship leader, as I've said, all over the back on those soft tyres. Just going to look for a run here with the DRS on the main straight. So we're starting lap 18 now of 27. 9 laps to go. Smakinder's got some good straight line speed on his car though for that Jaguar. Nodsty not being able to do anything about it, to be fair. There's a few guys moving towards the back. We've got a yellow in sector 1.
Bopton's out.
One of the gold cars.
Is Bopton out? Bopton's out.
And let me see. I can't see who it is. I'm just trying to pick up the next car. We've got a safety car. I think it is. Yep, he's in the wall on the left-hand side, Bopton. So unfortunate for Bopton, he was doing so well, but those medium tyres, they were 17 laps old. I think he was probably just finding the point there. They were struggling. So let's see what everybody does now. It's another chance, especially for those soft runners that put the softs on in the last safety car, to be able to switch back to the mediums, or possibly even use another set of softs if they've got them. Ham, who's that in the chat? Ham1's alive. Ham's alive. Tough race, yes it is. What Bopton's saying, he got cut off.
Yeah, that's okay, Bopton. We've got stewards, obviously. If you need a report, put the report in the incident room, mate. You know what to do. We are under safety car conditions, lap 18 of 27. And I tell you what, this has just neutralised it. If you're not going to put the first set of softs on now, I don't know what will make you do it, of course. Everyone should be coming in and putting a fresh...
If they've got them, that's the problem.
If they've got them, of course, yes. Well, definitely Rip the Beans has, Fury has, Smakinder jumping in as well, Nodsty jumping in as well. And, well, there you go. Look at the pit lane action.
S5 staying out. He's the one staying out. Nat Hammer, I think, stayed out as well. He did.
Well, folks, I put a poll in the Twitch chat. Driver of the day there, folks. And they were the 5 best ones I could think of. Please get your votes in as Rubio Roubaix. Welcome to the stream. This is Formula 4 Racing. The Australian division, Sochi, Russia. We are on lap 19 of 27, safety car conditions. Suicide 5 leads this one. Team Hello Kitty, Nat Hammer in P2. Monster Energy Racing, Rip the Beans, there he is there. Team Jaguar, Fury in P4, doing his thing as Fury does. Smakinder in P5. Nodsty, the highest of the Rockstar Racing drivers, there he is there in P6. Macedonian, P7, doing his thing. Brad Tay and Blue Dog, nose to stern and find themselves there and thereabouts again. With 2-5 in P10. The Stig is there as well in P11. Chasey Dane, P12. Johnny M4, that is golf racing, folks. And Johnny M4, the highest of the golf racing lads. Unfortunately, we lost one slick mofo a few laps ago prior to, and unfortunate from that lad. Not too sure what happened, but he is out. Johnny M4 in P13. TCF Old Boy, P14. Darkness Abyss in P15. Bozza in P16. And Kyotonic, there he is there in P17.
Just run you through some penalties quickly while we're under safety car. So the leader, Suicide 5, has 3 seconds. P2, Nat Hammer, has 3 seconds. Then we drop down to Blue Dog, who's now got 5 seconds in 9th, very unlike Blue Dog to be fair. Johnny M4 in 13th has 11 seconds. Old Boy in 14th has 6. Darkness in 15th has 3. Bozza has 3 in 16th. Kyotonic 9 seconds in 17th. And we'll just, for giggles, we'll put the position change. I'm going to have a quick look at that for Driver of the Day vote. It might influence some of you. So Suicide 5 currently up 15 places, Nat Hammer up 10, Blue Dog up 10, they're the biggest gainers at this point in time. Biggest loser is Bozza, unfortunately, down 13 places, currently sat P16. So we've got fresh tyres for everybody here, everybody pretty much on fresh tyres apart from obviously Suicide 5 and Nat Hammer. They're going to be sitting ducks here, Skate, surely. Surely.
You would think so, mate. You would absolutely think so. Especially.
I thought that last time.
Well,
Boston and Blue Dog, but
I mean, it's
held his own for a bit.
It's all about that exit out of the last corner, of course, and well, that's where you want to be. Well, absolutely bolted, and yeah, as you did touch on, mate, there is no DRS for the first 3 laps. Obviously, once we are green under safety, outside of safety car conditions, of course. And so these boys will know that. So it's all about drive and slipstream for the first few, at least. Anyway, I dare say yes. The field has caught up to the safety car. Excuse me, and they will be in this lap, mate. So yeah, you are right.
Should be. Well, I would have thought so. Johnny M4 currently the guy with the fastest lap time, 32.907. Although with pretty much most of the field being on fresh softs and a lighter fuel load, I expect that to get beaten in these closing laps.
I would think
they do like to keep us on our toes, and this is going to be a flyer of the last sort of 6-7 laps.
Yeah, 6 laps. 6 laps after this one, so be interesting to say the least. Of course, Nat Hammer, Suicide 5, as you did touch on, staying out there, and well, they're going to chance their arm there, buddy, and well. What do you think, mate? The tyres can easily make it, but they are around fresh rubber, so it's just a matter of time, in my opinion. They might be able to keep it for the first lap or so, but it's almost the inevitable.
Maybe.
Yeah, almost the inevitable. As Suicide 5 is effectively the safety car. He allows the safety car to sort of dissipate from the rest of the field and gives himself plenty of room. We will stay on board with Nat Hammer, of course. Don't like to give them any opportunity for when the leader bolts, so it wouldn't be fair to the leader. As Suicide 5 and Nat warming up those mediums, well, very aggressively. Yeah. Suicide 5 just starting to put...
S5's going to keep this.
Yeah, I think so.
He's going to keep this to the line.
I think so, mate. I think so. We'll just see how S5 gets on.
Tactical here.
There you go, and he has gone. And great restart by Nat Hammer. Have a look at that. All over the gearbox of Suicide 5. Suicide 5 is hanging on the inside, and he will make this as difficult as possible. So far, so good from everyone behind. We've got Rip the Beans and Suicide 5. It's McKinder and Fury, swapping positions. So there you go.
Good move from McKinder.
And Nat Hammer did get by Suicide 5 there. So Nat Hammer up into P1, Suicide P2, Rip the Beans in P3, and McKinder in P4. So far, so good, Housey. We'll flick back down to the bottom because I think the Stig is lining up 2-5, albeit at the start of a restart. These boys are very, very close to each other. Yes, no DRS for the first 3 laps. Just want to reiterate that, of course. This will all be about traction, all be about drive, how you approach the corner, of course, and well, the better drive out of the corner means the better exit speed, which means the higher top end speed, make that easier pass done as...
Ooh.
What has happened here as Rip the Beans has dropped a couple of positions. Notsty up in a P5. We've got a good look at this. Rip the Beans right behind his teammate trying to get a good toe. This is 2-3 wide down the back straight as Rip the Beans is hard on the brakes and manages to keep that, but Notsty's hanging it in there. And yes, Notsty says, no you don't son. I want that P5 and absolutely takes it. So there you go. Notsty up in the P5. Fury is doing his thing. P4. So far so good. Macedonian wants a piece of Beans as well. Have a look at this. Macedonian on the inside.
Now.
Oh, they're giving each other some space ever so slightly as Xerxes has just subscribed. Thank you very, very much for 2 months in a row. The caliber of the man. Thank you very much, Xerxes. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff by you, my friend. Brad Tay wants a piece of this as well. 22 of 27 here, Housey. And I'll tell you what, they're not going to give us a spell. This is fantastic.
We got Fury and Nodsty going at it up in there for 4th and 5th. We've got Macedonia and Beans going at it. Macedonia just looking up for a move up the inside of turn 3 on Beans. But Beans is going to have the inside going into turn 4. Bit of contact, but this is racy. This is
Action galore as Nodsty got by Fury and moves himself into 4th position. Macedonian is, well, there he is there. Rip the Beans is still hanging in there. And slightly touched as Rip the Beans gets a little bit pushy there, but has to settle for 7th place. Fury Strat, well, I'll tell you what, he's been very impressive this weekend. And yes, he's doing his thing. P5, Nodsty wants a piece of it, mate. Nodsty wants a piece of it. The guy who has almost very rarely failed to make the top 3 is sitting in 4th position, folks, and he wants a piece of this action. As Smakinda
made the move on S5.
He certainly has. Oh, was Nodsty with a massive tank slapper coming out of there, and opens up the door for Fury. And Fury's, he's going to send it. He certainly is. And Fury tries to get that 4th place back. The soft compound, the exit out of the corners. He should just have the more grip. But Fury is not giving this one up without a fight. And Fury is going to keep that P4.
Up the inside. Macedonia looking for a look as Fury and Nodsty battle.
This is unbelievable racing here, Housey. Awesome stuff. Go. And I think
Nodsty's got it. Teammate Macedonia on Fury. Is he going to let him through? Is there any team orders? Macedonia's going to have the inside for turn 4. He's going around the outside of his teammate Fury in turn 3. Fury though not giving it up.
No, he's not, but that's just opened up the door. And, there you go. Rip the Beans is hunting. He's hunting, and there you go. Rip the Beans has sent it at a crazy spot, and he's just been nicked, and around he goes. Unfortunate from Rip the Beans. Macedonian and Fury not given an inch, and that was hard wheel-to-wheel racing, of course. That was brilliant stuff by all involved there. Macedonian in 6th place. Brad Tay, well, Mr. Inconspicuous Housey, P7. He just goes about his business, doesn't he? And 2-5 in P8. Oh boy, a bit of a recovery drive from him up into P9. And Chasey Dane, Mr. Consistent, P10.
Nodsty really looking for a move for this podium position. P3 on Suicide 5. Nat Hammer now doing a great job out there. He's got the lead and he's pulled 1.8 seconds on Smakinda. 11 lap old mediums versus 3 lap old soft. So Nat Hammer doing great guns here.
He certainly is, and Suicide 5 also is holding up Nodsty ever so slightly. Nodsty getting really racy behind him, mate. Suicide 5, I think so. But and Suicide 5 out of DRS. So, has it been enabled? It has this lap. There you go. So Nodsty's going to get by him, and his teammate in Fury is
Fury coming as well.
Fury going to send it. Well, there you go.
He is.
He certainly is, and Suicide 5 team orders. There you go, and relinquishes
Macedonia as well.
The position.
Three kitty cars.
Yeah, certainly.
3 kitty cars.
4th, 5th, and 6th. So that's a great showing by this lot. As Suicide
Suicide 5 has dropped.
Suicide 5
3rd to 6th.
As voted by the viewers, has been voted the driver of the day on lap 24 of 27. So there you go. So, Brad Tay wants a piece of Suicide 5 as well here, Housey. This is Rockstar wants a piece of the action. Suicide 5 on 12 lap old mediums. They will be hurting compared to the guys around him. I dare say 2-5 and the rest behind him, Suicide 5 should be safe from, because they are on 7, approaching lap 8. Whoa, as Brad Tay tries to send it again. Whoa, they send it and Brad Tay's out. Brad Tay is out of the Grand Prix, and we have a safety car, folks. We have a safety car. So Brad Tay and
oh my goodness.
Brad Tay trying to
This
send
is
it on
gonna
the
be
inside
almost
there
finished.
on a corner that opens up, but all it takes is a slight touch. And, well, a little bit too far back to make that one work, in my opinion. But, well, I mean, the stewards are there for a reason. They can do their thing. But there you go. Suicide 5 lives to fight another day. He is on 13 lap old mediums, approaching 13 lap old mediums. And if you don't mind, Nat Hammer has been able to sort of gap Smakinda a little bit there, buddy, and hang on to those positions. So
Yeah, but all that hard work's going to be undone now with the safety car.
that's right.
Nat Hammer,
That's right.
he does have a 3-second penalty as well, Nat Hammer. So what we're going to have, maybe, if we're lucky, a 1-2 lap dash, I think, here for this one. I don't think the safety car stay up too long, maybe a lap. So we might get 2 laps if we're lucky. But Nat Hammer with 3 seconds worth of penalties. It's looking good for Smakinda, Nodsti, Fury, all penalty free at the moment. Macedonia in 5th, got 3 seconds. S5 in 6th, got 3 seconds. 2-5, his cousin. Again, not looking too bad in 7th. It's going to at least jump Macedonia and Suicide 5, I would have thought, across the line. And then it's Old Boy in 8th with 9 seconds. Kyotonic in 9th with 9 seconds. The Magic Man, Chasey Dane in 10th. He's going to be looking to jump some spots as well across the line. Penalty free at the moment. Darkness Abyss in 11th, got 3 seconds. The Stig, he's penalty free at the moment in 12th. Boz over 3 seconds in 13th. Blue Dog, a very uncharacteristic 8 seconds worth of penalties for Blue Dog. Not having a good day at the office, Blue Dog.
No, he's not.
Going in 14th. Beans for 15th, penalty free at the moment, so he's looking to jump some places as well across the line. Johnny M4, unfortunately for Johnny M4, again, not the best day in the office for Johnny. 9 seconds worth of penalties and dead last at the moment. We have lost Brad Tay, Bobton, One Slick and Snooey from this race. So 16 runners still left.
Surely.
Where is this safety car?
Safety car is in this lap there as we speak of.
Here we go.
So it is going to be
We've
a
got 2-lap
2-lap
dash.
sprint. There is going to be no DRS available to these boys. So it is a battle
God.
purely on track, folks. And, well, how much battery of all that? They should all have a massive amount of recharge after being behind the safety car. So it should be good for them to... well, blistering a couple of laps. We'll stay on board with Smakinda, as we do touch on all the time. I'll get these penalties off for you guys on the tyres. So there you go, Nat Hammer, 13 lap old mediums, and he's going to try to make them work towards the end. He does have a time penalty, as we did touch on, so he may not make the top 3. Let's just see how this plays out. And it is taken away, Nat Hammer.
So here we are, green flag racing, 2-lap dash. Welcome to the 2 laps of Sochi.
Yeah, exactly right.
We've got a big train going on behind Smakinda.
Well, we certainly do, and Nodsti's going to try to make a move. Smakinda goes defensive, and Nodsti will thinks about it and thinks, you know what, maybe next lap, son. Maybe next lap, or maybe just here. Nodsti fancies himself. Smakinda tries to cover it. Nodsti is real racy at the restarts. We have seen this in the past, Housey. But no, he's a very, very clever driver too. He thinks to live, yeah, well, he lives to fight another day. Macedonian is there as well, and he wants a piece of this as well. Macedonian does have time penalties, so we are looking, to be honest with you, Fury, Smakinda and Nodsti just have to keep it clean. Keep it within those 3 seconds, and it could be done and dusted. As Nebulous is another follower. Welcome to Formula 4 Racing. This is the Australian division. We're approaching the end of this one. Lap 26 to 27. Cracking race, this one here, folks. As TCF Old Boy and Kyotonic resume battle here, mate. Kyotonic in 8th. TCF Old Boy in 7th. No DRS. No DRS, folks. This is a battle on track. All about the drive. All about the exit. As South Fluff. What a name that one is. But welcome to the stream. Yes, without repeating myself, this is Formula 4 Racing, Australian Division, Sochi, Russia. Approaching the last lap of this one. An absolute belter of a race.
Yeah, was that Bozzer and the Stig had a bit of a ding-dong on that opening restarted lap. Killed both of their chances. Down in P13 and P15 respectively now. So the last lap time.
It certainly
Nat
is.
Hammer still holds the lead, but he's got that penalty, so it's looking good for Smakinda and Nodsti here. Nodsti again, I mean, where was he, like, you know, early doors in this race? He was nowhere, really.
Exactly right. He just plays his car. Whoa, and that's, well, Rip the Beans gets that move done on Chasey Dane from a long way back. I'm not too sure Chasey was expecting that, but that is fresh softs versus almost dead softs, as we'll flick back up to the top because Nodsti well, was there something happening in the background there? No, just a wide rockstar car in Old Boy. But yes, McKinder and Nat Hammer. Nat Hammer doing a phenomenal job to keep it ahead of him on track with those tyre life, well, those 15-lap-old mediums, as McKinder trying absolutely everything. No, he is not.
Need to make the
No,
move.
he's not. Yeah, that's right.
He doesn't need to make the move. He just needs to sit there. He knows that. Fury looking good as well. 5th place, no pens. 2-5 again. 7th place still, no pens.
Exactly right. So
the order is going to change. Order's going to change across the line.
It certainly is there, mate. As
what a race.
Smakinda, Nat Hammer. Well, Nat Hammer, Smakinda, Nodsty. There you go. As Fury Stratton, Macedonian. Are they going to bit of a swap now? I think they will. I think they will. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. Macedonian does have time penalties. He needs to be clearer than, well, I think 3 seconds, I do believe. But they are Hello Kitties, 4, 5, and 6. Nat Hammer is about to cross the line first, but he won't inherit that. It'll be Smakinda that wins here at Sochi, followed by Nodsty. Mr. Fury Strat gets 3rd. Nat Hammer gets 4th. 2-5, 5th. Macedonian 6th, and Suicide 5, 7th. Great result by that lot. Rip the Beans P8, the Stig P9, Chasey Dane P10, Kyotonic P11, Blue Dog P12. TCF Old Boy, one to forget for him. He's in 13th. Bozza is about to cross the line, while him and Johnny M4, one to forget, of course. And Darkness Abyss, I don't know why he's on wets, but we're not even going to pay attention to him. We'll flick back up to the front end. And of course, well, Smakinda, well, wins this one on time penalties.
Johnny M4 with the fastest lap of the race, 32.907. Wasn't beaten after I said I'm sure I was going to get beaten.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put the curse on that one because it wasn't.
It's
so Johnny M4 gets the fastest lap. Good work from him. An S5 driver of the day. Good work from him.
As Rubio, yeah, well, that is the that is the $1 million question. Unfortunately, Nat, you were in the driver of the day vote, but the vote went to Suicide 5. So he was our driver of the day.
Does get the game driver of the day though, Nat Hammer. So you know you can take that one.
You can take that one if you like.
Cody's give it you.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah, that's
well,
right.
the viewers didn't.
The viewers didn't. And there you go. Well, there's a couple of Carlos Sainz lads there, and fantastic stuff from
Invasion by Carlos.
Yeah, that's right. I know 2-5 managed to sort his one out. He had that as well. And the Mumba is back from 2-5. But there you go. Smakinda takes this one from Nodsty and Mr. Fury Strat. The fastest lap. We'll wait for this to tick over, and the stewards to do their thing,
Johnny
of course.
M4.
We'll flick back down so the stewards can actually get it. As Nat Hammer wanted the driver of the day. But yes, Johnny M4 with a 32.907 was the fastest lap of the day. There you go. We unfortunately lost Snooey, One Slick Mofo, Bopton, and Brad Tay. So there you go. We were going to go on a brief pause, folks. I'll get the top 3 and the driver of the day in for a chat. Just bear with us for 1 second. Okay, folks, we are back, and might as well start with our third place man, that being Mr. Fury Strat, Team Hello Kitty. Well, Fury, that was an absolute cracking race to call, to view, and to be a part of. How did you find that one, mate?
Oh, I loved every minute of it, mate. I think I probably went throughout the race probably 3 or 4 laps in total, just side by side with other cars. Wheel to wheel, space on either side, and it was really good fun. A bit kicking myself a little bit because I accepted a strategy change while we were under green for the new meds. After I changed to a new set of softs, and I didn't flick it on before that safety car, so unfortunately had a new set of meds, but nothing to use on them. But
that's what happened. I was trying to work that one out there. It was unlike you to make a well, we wouldn't call it an error, maybe a Jeff error on that regard. But well, congratulations, Fury. I'll tell you what, it's been a long time coming. You getting on that top 3 step, and well, 3rd position at the moment. You are a pot 3 driver, and you are well and truly clear of the rest of the lads on your pot, I do believe. Just give us 1 second there. I'll bring it up manually for everybody. And well, at the moment, Mr. Fury Strat sitting on 125 points. And I do believe the next place man is Bozza, and quite some distance from you, mate. So just go about your business as usual. Bozza on 109, Blue Dog on 93, Kyotonic 58, and Darkness Abyss on 52 points. So you're doing your thing, doing it nicely, mate. Congratulations again, mate. Well done. Great drive.
That's it, mate. It's all about consistency and getting the result at the end of the day. So I'm glad I could get another one on the board. Glad to finally get another podium here, which is yeah, you're right. It's been a long time between drinks, but yeah, I'm excited with the result. Glad I could extend the championship lead a little bit more, but we'll press on and keep going for the rest of the season.
That's it, Fury. Great stuff by you. Congratulations on your 3rd place as we move to our 2nd place man. And I'll tell you what, Housey, this lad is no stranger to this driver interview, mate. P2, that is Nodsty, our championship leader from Rockstar Racing on 181 points prior to this Grand Prix. Nodsty, mate, you just keep plugging away, doing your thing. Another great result from you and your team yet again, my friend. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. Really average quality. I completely stuffed that up.
I didn't want to start with that, but yeah, didn't want to start with that. I'm glad you brought that one up, but yeah, well and truly out of position. P12, Nodsty, wow.
Yeah, and then Old Boy accidentally hit me on the formation like right at the start.
So that's what happened there, yep. Okay, understood.
Had ice cold mediums, couldn't do anything off the start, and got swamped by all the softs behind me. Well, but to pull it back to P2 was,
great effort, mate.
It was a nerve-wracking race.
Well, I'll tell you what, you might have to pull sit Old Boy down in your team chat there and just ask him what the hell was he doing. So, you are teammates, of course. He is the pot 2 driver. You are the pot 1. And, well, mate, you just keep doing your thing as usual. P2 for you, and another whole good chunk full of points coming your way to extend that lead, my friend. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
As we move to our race leader, Smakinda! Woo! Team Jaguar gets his win here at Sochi, Russia. And what a great race by you, Smakinda. That was action-packed right throughout. Just talk us your way through that, mate. That was awesome to watch.
Jeez, that was a bloody ripper race. There was lots of side-to-side battles and safety cars left, right, but bloody hell, I'm glad to be back in the commentary box, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I could imagine, mate. I could imagine. It's been a long time coming, of course. You came in a little bit later on, but you found your feet pretty much almost straight away. We sorted out your connectivity issues, and, mate, the road is endless, mate. At the moment, Smack, you're sitting on 56 points. With this win, I tell you what, mate, that is a good chunk full of points, especially for someone coming in late as what you did. So congratulations on another great result, albeit, yes, with time penalties. Nat Hammer did cross ahead of you, but, well, I mean, keeping it clean's all part of Grand Prix racing, and you will manage to do that quite well. So congratulations on a well-deserved victory, mate. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, cheers. Didn't want to make any late dive bombs on him because I knew he had penalties, but
yeah, that's right.
Good to get some points on the board.
Well, that's right. I mean, there was a couple of lads behind you that were, they got very, very racy there, Smakinda, and sent it probably a couple of places where they probably shouldn't have, but that is for the stewards to decide, of course. Congratulations again on another great result, mate. P1 here at Sochi, and, well, a great amount of points coming your way, and Team Jaguar's way for that matter. Well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
As now, folks, we go to our driver of the day. Believe it or not, I can't believe it. The viewers voted for Suicide 5 to be the driver of the day. Well, I tell you what, mate, congratulations on yours. I think this is your second one, your second driver of the day here at Formula 4. So great effort, mate. Starting well and truly out of position. I asked you pre-race, how do you think you will go? And you weren't giving away anything. Trade secrets. But, well, great result in the end for Hello Kitty, mate. Awesome drive by you. How were those mediums towards the end?
Yeah, they were losing a bit of grip, but I stuck with it. Those boys at the front are a bit too quick for me, but just held my own. Starting from the back was pretty, yeah, I knew that was going to happen, and I just held tight. Started on the softs, everyone went mediums around me. I thought, oh no, I've stuffed up here, but it worked out.
Well, there you go.
The safety car worked out. It worked out for me. I think it came in a lap before I was meant to pit, and I pitted and stayed out. Went home on them.
Well,
That's it.
Congratulations, mate. Another great drive by you, and starting to hit your form as we speak, buddy. It's great to see. Of course, a bit of a slow start to this one, but you're starting to make inroads here at Formula 4 and, well, bouncing your way up that championship table and looking forward to the next Grand Prix, mate. Where are we next there, Housey, to be honest with you? I'll wait for
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, that is right. Thank you very much there, Suicide 5. And, well, the viewers, as voted by themselves, voted you as the driver of the day, and, well deserved, mate. Well and truly out of place. Finished, I think, 8th in the end. Was it 8th you finished?
I think 7th.
7th?
Could have, yeah.
From
Could have had 6, but it's a bit too slow.
From 16th, so it's a monumental job. Congratulations again, and, well, another week gone here at Formula 4 Racing Australia. So congratulations on the driver of the day, mate. Well done.
Cheers, everyone, for voting. Yep, cheers. Thank you. Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, the boys. I'll tell you what, folks. That was Russia 1 and 1 by Smakinda. P2, Nodsty. P3, Mr. Fury Strat. And that was a great race to be a part of, Housey. Anything to add there, my friend? And I think I'm here by myself. Hang on a sec, folks. I'm going to...
No, I'm here. Rookie, I was on mute. I'd muted it. So
oh, there you go.
The, background. There you go. I've been talking for the last 10 minutes.
Just unfortunately, nobody heard you.
Nobody could hear it. No, it's fine. Just like talking to myself. No, just like to add, obviously, like I said, a few weeks away from this league, but what a fantastic return to the division. That was an absolutely fantastic race. Thoroughly enjoyed that, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you in a few hours' time for the European division.
Exactly right. Stay tuned, folks. Yes, the European boys are going to tackle the same track, 8 p.m. BST. Make sure you hang around for that one. At the moment, we're going to raid another channel and stick around. We'll show some love everywhere and everywhere else. There is the raid, of course. Just waiting for this to flick over, folks. And we will end this stream. Enjoy the rest of the streams to come up, of course. Say raid now. There you go, folks. It is all done. But for us, for now, this has been Formula 4 Racing. I am Simi Skate. That was Hello There, Housey. And, well, we hope you enjoyed that as much as what we did. Thank you very, very much for watching. Stay tuned for future streams. For us, for now, goodbye.